Hello everybody and welcome to Hashtag Total Markout, the Wrestlemania special. We are going to be looking at the upcoming Wrestlemania 30 pay-per-view. Absolutely excited. I am the guy that's had less success in his career than Jeff Jarrett and Broken Guitar. Steve Jones 313. Along with me is Norman Smiley's number one fan, the Geek King. How you doing, Geek?
I love Norman Smiley.
You do. And we've got a special guest with us today actually on the show. Very happy to have him. Who's done for wrestling what Brooke Hogan has done for wrestling. It's another K987245.
Thank you for that introduction there. I really needed that.
So basically, as I said, Total Markout is basically a wrestling podcast where we just talk wrestling. We talk about what we like about it, what's been going on, and just, kind of share our thoughts. Now, WrestleMania coming up. WrestleMania 30, one of the biggest. We've got some huge, huge matches. And I think we should just start. We should start with, the historic match that was made, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yes.
Just to get this out of the way, because it is a big match, but there's not very little to cover in regards to the actual match itself. Basically, Hulk Hogan made a fantastic return.
Yeah,
to WWE, basically because, it had nothing to do with the fact that, WWE can pay him more.
He spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on making his 30-year-old wife look like his 20-year-old daughter, and it failed miserably.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that Hulk Hogan wants to sleep with his own daughter, I'm just saying...
He wants to sleep with his own daughter, I'll say it for you.
Yeah, but the fact is, that Hulk Hogan, has returned to the WWE, and he's announced the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which is it's its first, so it's the inaugural one at WrestleMania 30. In fact, it is a big match, and it has the potential to be a feature WrestleMania to come, like something to really look forward to.
Yeah, it's the Money in the Bank situation, though, isn't it? Though.
Yeah, it's like Money in the Bank.
We have a bunch of people that we want to put in the match. Let's put them in the battle royal.
Yeah, because they've got nothing else to do at the moment. And of course, with the Andre the Giant Memorial Award, it's not like it guarantees a title shot or anything, so you can really give it to anybody and be fine.
We'll give it to him, and then we'd have to push him.
Now, what we know about the Memorial Battle Royale is that there's 3 people left to be announced who's going to be in. So as you were saying before, there'll probably be a surprise.
Well, I would assume at least one of them surprised, if not one of them maybe mentioned on SmackDown. But so far, I've heard nothing of that.
Right, so who do we think's going to be the 3 then?
Well, you got to think active wrestlers that maybe have done something big in WrestleMania.
I'll be honest, I actually don't know who exactly is still in the Battle Royale itself. I know it's 30 men, I believe, so it's basically a Royal Rumble, but, without the timer. But as to guessing who might be in there in the top, the 3 left, I'm not sure because I'll just start naming off names and chances are I was like, no, he's in already. I'll
I'll tell you.
I just sound stupid.
For everyone listening, I'll run off the list of who's actually in the Memorial Battle Royal. We've got Christian Santino Marella.
The main event player.
The main event player. What's he called again?
Brodus Clay.
Brodus Clay. The man.
Wait, when's the last time we've actually seen Brodus?
He's on NXT this week. No, I think he's on Super. The last time we saw him on TV may have been when he split up from Tons of Funk.
Yeah, when was it R-Truth and Xavier Woods that?
Yeah, maybe like a week after that.
Yeah.
Heel turn is going greatly for him at the moment.
Yes.
The man that used to be R-Truth, although I'm not sure when he calls himself that hair.
I believe he's still called R-Truth. He was on WrestleMania yesterday on the live access show they've got on the network. Yeah. And he was upset because neither Booker T nor Alex Riley chose him to win the Battle Royal.
Oh, well.
They went with logical sensible choices.
You've got Fandango.
Yes, the craze that's sweeping the nation over there, is it not?
Apparently so. I'm not sure if we're still doing it or not, but I heard the other week on Raw we did it once.
Oh, yeah, we did it once where I was like, this is more like
I was actually at the Raw show where that was birthed. The night after WrestleMania, I was at that show. I still have that ticket.
What was the atmosphere like at that show?
Oh, I was at WrestleMania the night before, and I'll say this. WrestleMania itself was probably the better show because it's WrestleMania, but in terms of atmosphere and the crowd itself, Raw blew it out the water. I felt like I was in a different country.
Well, you were in England at that little point in time.
Yeah,
we hadn't gone home yet. We were still in the bar all night, and then we just went straight over to Raw.
we pretty much declared it British soil at that point.
I try not to pass it off like I did start the chant, but I think I accidentally started the ECW chant in that show.
Not sure. There is no such thing as accidentally starting a chant.
There is. I've accidentally started a few chants and didn't mean for them to catch on.
Well, everyone was doing the chants, and then I was like looking around. I'm waiting for an ECW chant. I figured it'd come up at some point. And I'm like, "What? ECW? ECW?" And then the two guys looked up at me, looked up at each other, and went, "Yeah, ECW." And the next thing I know, half the crowd's doing it. I'm like, oh, did I just start the ECW?
It was
chant?
kind of a Wayne's World reaction where it's, yeah! And next thing you know, everyone's doing Bohemian Rhapsody.
See, I remember when the only wrestling show me and my older brother went to see, because it was me, my older brother, and my younger brother. We went to a wrestling show, and obviously, being fans, we've all got the wrestling games, they've all got created characters. And my older brother's character is a character called MC Pat, who is the love child of the Ultimate Warrior and Pat Sharp.
Pat Sharp being a TV host over here.
Yeah. And as we were walking out, Drew, my older brother, turned around to me and said, "The fact is, we can make them chant anything." And I was kind of thinking, yeah, anything wrestling related. He went, "Yeah, watch this. MC Pat! MC Pat!" Then the entire Newcastle audience, as we were leaving that show, "MC Pat! MC Pat!" They had no idea who the fuck MC Pat. It was probably a bunch of like wrestling fucking Mark wannabes just going, "Oh, that's probably an indie wrestler. Look at his name." So we sound like
I knew MC Pat before he made it into the developmental system.
Oh yeah, MC Pat. He was that 5-time NWA interweight champion, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I remember his.
Yeah. I was chanting his name long before people knew him.
Yeah, fuck you, Chris Heroes and you yourself. I want MC Pat. What does he look like? Well, he's the love child of Ultimate Warrior and Pat Sharp.
Which means he has a mullet and face paint.
Yeah. Also we have. Oh God, who's that? Zack Ryder.
That's Zack Ryder, dude.
Yes, we have Zack Ryder.
Remember Last Resort and shit?
Yeah.
He smashed up his US title.
Oh yes. We have Darren Young, Mr. No Days Off.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre.
Don't worry, one day he'll come back to be the
chosen one. He is the chosen one.
One day he'll come back. Unfortunately, right now he's a part of 3MB with the funny one, Jinder Mahal.
Don't hinder Jinder.
And the one-man rock band, Heath Slater.
Bam, bam, baby!
I just can't wait until he goes through a gimmick change and actually becomes Clem Layfield. Because if Bad News Barrett's anything to do with it, that's how it follows, isn't it?
That would probably work to his advantage, though.
What, being JBL's nephew?
Yes.
Yeah, it works in Italia.
You might actually get a title. You never know.
Well, in Italia, you got a Divas and cheap Bret Hart.
We've got Mark Henry.
The world's strongest man.
We've got Justin Gabriel.
Takes 5 minutes to do a simple move. Well, I say simple, it's a 450 splash.
Damien Sandow, who I think is my spirit animal. Titus O'Neil. Oh God, the Great Khali.
Well, yeah, you have one giant, innit?
Yeah, but we've got Big Show, surely.
Well, yeah, sure.
Okay. The obvious favourite.
We've got Big Show. We've got Alberto!
You can't do that no more. He stacked Ricardo. You can't keep doing this. Damn it, stop.
7, 8.
Maybe Ricardo takes it.
I thought for a moment you were going to do the Del Rio part for just as long.
In fairness, I would have done the Alberto bit for longer, but Geek was looking at me scarily. So, one of my favourites, Biggie Langston.
Oh, I love Biggie. He actually did a thing where he went around New Orleans. Yeah, don't worry, I'll tell you about that one. He went around New Orleans and he did this whole funny thing where every time he walked, someone asked him if he knew Daniel Bryan. And at the end of it, he's sitting there eating these desserts. He's got powder all over his face. Mm-hmm. He goes, "This fruit never let me down." And this kid comes up and goes, "Hey, Biggie, you're my favourite wrestler." And he throws the t-shirt and he goes, "See, New Orleans never lets me down."
Brad Maddox.
Yes, GM, aka Giant Muscles himself, GM. That's what he calls himself.
He calls himself
Brad Maddox, a.k.a. Beefy General Manager, is pulling himself into the Andre the Giant Battle Royal because he's decided it needs more muscle.
Yes. And then we've got Rey Mysterio, who is still annoyingly taller than I am.
That's not even a joke, it's true.
He's 5'7", I'm 5'5".
And a half.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'm 5'5.5". Nobody gives a shit about the half.
Hey, I'm 6'3.5". Well, I'm 6'4", but I just try to knock it down for you.
I'm the same height as Rey Mysterio, so.
Oh fuck you! You're taller than me as well.
Sorry, I've actually stood next to Batista and went, so you're all muscle.
We've got The Miz.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
The biggest career free-for-all ever.
Well,
at least in recent memory.
But he can't remember it. He's had a concussion when it was happening.
Then we've got Dolph Ziggler,
who also had a concussion most of last year, so he doesn't remember how badly his went.
We've got Kofi Kingston.
Who thinks he's Jamaican, but actually he's gone
Main
in
event
Boston.
jobber?
Main event jobber, that works. I like that.
That's a constant for the show now. Sheamus.
Oh, see, he's surely going to be one of the, well, I'd say dark
The final four?
One of the pale horses.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes.
I wouldn't mind seeing Cody be one of the final four.
Yeah.
I think Cody's on fire at the minute.
Sin Cara, well, one of them. Hunico. Feel bad for Camacho then, you know. It's like, hey, that's
I don't.
It's like, how come you get all the good gigs? I can wear the mask.
I don't get to see that like chrome golden bike that he rode down to the ring anymore. That's depressing. I always was like, that's a damn good bike. I wish I had that.
And speaking of golden chrome, Goldust.
Yes. Goldie proving that age is simply a number and it's how old you feel.
Yes.
And then you got 3 spots. Now, I'm going to put this out here because it's breaking news on WWE.com last night.
Yeah.
That the Texas Rattlesnake himself has entered Wrestlemania. He's touched down in New Orleans and said that he's going to be at Wrestlemania. I'm going to tell the internet now, shut the fuck up, he's not going to be in the Battle Royal.
That would be interesting, though.
What, only if he came out with his quad and just decided to go over a ramp into the ring and everyone jumped.
Well, that's the thing. He said there's 3 things that would be stopping him. 1, he wanted to make sure he had the chance to be in the best shape of his life. 2, the money. And 3, it would have to be a damn good story to do.
Him appearing randomly with a quad bike isn't going to work.
No.
No.
I mean, I can see doing that to eliminate somebody for like shits and giggles. Like Brad Maddox is the first one there, so he just walks down. Get out my way.
And then he just eliminates himself afterwards, and the entire crowd is dead. But
either that, or I would laugh if there was like somebody coaxing him out of the ring with a beer. Like, if Cody Rhodes just at the ring going, "I've got beer," and he just goes over the top rope, "Give me beer." Cody goes in, "Oh damn, I've eliminated myself." Oh.
No! I got something better. Someone else is in the ring with him, and he's coaxing up Austin like he's gonna have a beer with him. Yeah. So the person throws up the beer for Austin, intercepts the beer, and Austin's near the ropes and just clocks him in the face with the beer. Damn! Drinks the beer in the ring.
But let's be honest, the only person who's not allowed to coax anyone with beer is Goldust.
Yeah. But
because he might end up coaxing himself, and then we know we've got another divorce on our hands, and
the great career has been ruined again.
Yeah, you know, Goldie does what Goldie does.
I don't want to see Steve Austin chase Goldust, you know, on a massive car chase and.
Creepy bastard, where you go?
But there's a tag team that we were so horribly denied. So of course Steve Austin and Goldust. Why was it never a thing?
Hey, Dustin Runnels though in fucking stunning Steve Austin. They had some classic matches.
Oh yeah.
Which you can watch now on the WWE Network. I'm not going to tell you how to do it because fucking Michael Cole does every 20 seconds.
Yes. But that's it, because you have the network.
I do have the network. It's fucking lovely.
Yeah.
I live in England and I have the network. There's people in America who don't have the fucking network.
Yeah.
I don't have the network right now.
It is the thing for me as well. I can only stand so much wrestling in a day, and even I like the network.
I can't.
You know?
I can just watch all day.
Yeah, but
I did yesterday.
Yes, but you're a different kind of animal.
Yesterday I watched WrestleMania 14, WrestleMania 27. I don't know why I watched that one again.
No.
WrestleMania
27?
Yeah, I watched 27 again. I think
what was the main event of that one again?
That was Miz and Cena.
Oh God!
I don't know why I put myself first. I I think I watched it purely for The Rock's entrance and then forgot to put the fucker off.
It's like, there's something I'm meant to be doing.
CM Punk came out face Orton.
Yeah.
I just want to comment. That's how forgettable that main event was. I forgot about it, and it was only a couple years ago.
And you didn't have a concussion.
Yeah. My God, I feel so bad for The Miz now. I feel bad for him in another way now.
I don't, because at the end of the day, he's shagging Maurice.
Yes, he has that going on. I don't know how he's pulled it off.
He's tied it down
He's not the one
fucking
pulling
ring as
it
well. No,
He
he's
must
not.
have more money than her. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a huge cock.
No,
And I've seen his tights. Definitely the money.
I'm not sure how I feel about eating chocolate whilst discussing the business cock, if I'm honest with you.
Well, eat chocolate and think about Maurice.
I don't know how comfortable can it be. You deal with it all the time. I don't think the audience really want to hear the sounds of me thinking about Maurice whilst eating food.
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but some of us have to live with it.
Indeed. But anyway.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure there's a very small niche audience. Just you never know these days.
Hey, there's always Reddit.
Dude, you have a fan site about your pants.
I do, yes, but that's a separate matter entirely.
You're gonna have to give me the link.
It was made years ago by someone, and it's not active anymore.
Steve Jones 313 sexy pants.
I think it's where We Love Steven Smexy Pants or something. It happened. All I know, it was made by an Asian Canadian who liked me a lot. That's all I know. What surprised me is that it got members.
What surprises me is that it was done by an Asian Canadian. Notoriously, the Asians are quite reserved, and the Canadians don't like to anger anyone, unless it's hockey.
This one wasn't reserved.
when two nationalities mixes, you never know what it's.
What I like is, we were talking about WrestleMania. We're now talking about the fan club dedicated to my Smexy pants.
Yeah, but it's a perfect byway, because next thing we're going to talk about is lots of sexy pants.
Oh, yes, of course. Probably one of the
least interesting matches of the year.
Yeah, the Vicky Guerrero Divas Championship Invitational.
That's what Stone Cold's coming for.
Oh, I can see it now. He just comes in and stunts everybody, and then AJ just crawls over one of the divas and pins her.
No, the closest you're going to get to Stone Cold versus CM Punk is going to be Stone Cold stuns AJ.
It's either that, where he comes down the ring, stuns all the divas, says, "This is just a make-up for my past," and then Deborah comes out.
Hey, I never hit my wife, but I hit yours.
Although I will say this, apparently AJ Lee and CM Punk are now engaged.
Good for that.
Good for that. Yeah. So that's another superstar I have to be fucking angry with purely because of his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Are we going to see another breaking news story about CM Punk having coffee somewhere?
I don't know. Apparently, he was spotted in New Orleans today with Kofi Kingston. So
yeah, at the
that's
for the
gone
whole thing.
down the net.
So basically, a superstar that respects the wrestling business is going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Wow.
A man who loves the fact that I don't know, Big Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, and Jake the Snake Roberts, a man who says himself has said he idolizes the promos of is going to the Hall of Fame, and he's going to have to sit for an Ultimate Warrior speech, but he's still going to go.
Oh God, I am not looking forward to that.
I am, because I'm drunk. Ironically enough, so will Warrior.
Yeah, but it's going to be weird because you got Jake the Snake who's going to be there. He's going to give fantastic.
He won't be drunk.
He's going to be thanking like DDP. He's going to be talking.
But DDP's inducting chick.
We're going to have Lita.
The irony of I think I heard a rumor that Big Big Sexy, is inducting Razor. The irony now that Razor's clean and Big Sexy, who is notoriously a better drinker than talker, and is then hosting a shenanigans party after the Hall of Fame.
I'm just not looking forward to Ultimate Warrior's speech. Because it's going to be one of two things. It's either going to be his whole "gay just doesn't work" kind of mentality, or it's going to be like, and when I came to the Hall of Fame, I carried the rocket fuel, injected it into my veins. Hulk Hogan, you will suffer at the hands of my curtains.
Well, that's even better, because Hogan will be standing on the stage with him. Because Hogan's inducting him.
Hogan's inducting him?
Either Hogan's inducting him or Hogan's inducting Mr. T. And they haven't confirmed which way it's going to do.
They have a shoot brawl right on the stage during this.
Vince hasn't decided who he wants Hogan inducting. Mr. T or Warrior. Here's the best one. Whoever doesn't get inducted by Hogan gets inducted by Linda McMahon.
Oh, God.
Why is she inducting anyone?
You tried to.
There's no one else wants to induct him. I suppose.
I guess you could. The only thing you could do worse than putting Hogan inducting the fucking Ultimate Warrior would be having the Sheik do it. Have Iron Sheik come down? Fuck you, ball black. Want to want to suck my cock? I humble him old school.
Just Linda McMahon. Why? What's she got to do with wrestling?
Because Kane has converted her to a libertarianism,
right.
And now she's running for fucking.
I honestly thought you said something else there. I was a geek.
Hey, if he's converted to lesbianism, that means Vince can divorce the bitch.
Finally.
And then we don't have to fucking worry about $100 million going to a failed fucking campaign.
You can't become a senator? Get the fuck out.
What I love of the fact is that just like watching a Divas match regularly, we can't even bring ourselves to talk about the Divas match.
No, but we can talk about which ones are in it if you want.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so we've got Emma.
Oh, God. Oh, my Lord.
He's actually doing the evolution right now.
I fucking love Emma.
I have a man next to me doing the evolution.
I can't embrace the music.
Neither can he.
Isn't that music god-awful?
My Lord.
I
heard it and I thought it was a sound test music or something that went horribly wrong.
I am so glad we have someone on the show that agrees with me. We have Oksana.
Whose arse is out of this fucking world.
We've got Tamina Snuka.
She was going to kick your face off, bitch. Because that's Nikki. That's Nikki better. She got her teeth broken.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You might want to be careful here, Ken. We have Rosa Mendez.
Mamacita! Olé! She back home!
As you can tell, Geek is very much a fan of Rosa Mendez.
Yeah, wrestling sucks. But who cares about that when she looks nice?
Alicia Fox.
Foxy!
Yeah, she will kill you in the ring, though.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news, Foxy. I'm going in the back door.
Yes. But about you, a beautiful bridge.
Oh.
As we know.
Speaking of beautiful bridges.
Layla.
Oh.
I'm glad to see her back.
Mm-hmm. I've met Layla.
We've got the...
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I met Layla when I got an autograph of her and William Regal.
How was that?
That was awesome. She was very pleasant and I could talk to her because she didn't have her tits out like Kelly Kelly. I met Kelly Kelly and I couldn't talk to her because she had her tits pushed up to her chin.
Yeah, I've met Melina and Gail Kim. I actually recently found the photograph of me with them.
What, when you got a hug off them? Because they forced you to get hugged?
Yeah, but what happened was, when I took my little brother to the show, he had won a VIP pass, and we didn't know who we were going to meet. We just knew it was two wrestlers, or rather superstars, and it was Melina and Gail Kim. And I was like saying, oh yeah, they're both really good, Gail Kim's fantastic, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't think they could hear me. So when Adam wanted to get his photo, they went, oh, you got to be in the picture too, because I was going to take the photo. I was like, oh no, it's fine. So they both dragged me in the middle of them, put their arms around us and all that, and said, right, say cheese. And I'm there going, I hope my fiancé doesn't see this.
It's alright, because he came out of that situation going, Dana, 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 Dana. Start machine gunning everyone, thinking Pyro's going off behind him.
Yeah. I was surprised that Johnny Morrison wasn't in the back, just give me the evil eye going, I'm watching you.
It's not like he'd do anything.
It's like, please, you'd be holding the camera.
Exactly. The only way he'd be watching is if he was in a corner somewhere jacking off.
Yeah. Of course, we've got the Funkadactyls.
Well, I like one of them. I like Naomi. Cameron, I can't stand.
I can't stand either of them.
Well, we watch Total Divas religiously every week.
Really?
Yeah, we love Total Divas.
It's fucking hilarious.
We love Total Divas because it's so bad.
It is hilarious.
I can't watch it because it's so
No, it's car crash TV. We sat it on and put the first episode on and went, oh, right, we'll watch this, see what it's like. And then we came out of it going, kind of want to see what happens next week.
It's literally like one of those things where it's like, when you watch a quiz show, you're like, I fucking can't stand these things. Vienna! Oh, shit, I was close. And then you just sucked into it.
It was Cameron! Oh, shit, it was Eva Marie.
Besides, and one phrase you will always hear say watching it is like, fucking Cena.
Yeah, I can't stand it. I watched that show and come out of it loving John Cena.
Yeah, it is vile, isn't it? It's an evil show.
They make me like John Cena because of the fact that John Cena, by all accounts, is a cool dude.
Yeah.
It's secret propaganda so people can cheer for Cena.
That's what it is. Thank you
That's
very
all it is.
Although for some reason I'm starting to think of John Cena as the Red Skull.
But it's alright because we keep turning around and calling like Nikki, John and Brie Daniel, and we don't mean that in a smart mark way. That's just how we recognise which one's which.
And in fairness, that show does have the Bella Twins. So
it does, and it has Natalia, who, while is a evil little cow in this series by the look of it, has a tit out nearly all the time.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on. Speaking of which, the Bella Twins are in this.
Yep. Nikki Rack Attack.
So basically, John Cena 1, SI2, and Daniel Bryan 2.
But either way, one of them, either Cena's going to get the hat trick, and because he's going to win against Bray, Nikki wins and he gets laid.
Yeah.
Or D. Bryan's going to get all 4.
Yeah.
Because you get the 2 matches.
Yeah.
You win the championship.
Yeah.
Bray wins.
Yeah.
And then he gets laid.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this right now. They're probably both going to get laid anyway.
Yeah. But there you go. But then we have Natalya.
Yeah.
Eva Marie for some reason. Honestly,
I like Eva Marie.
yeah, but not for wrestling skill.
Oh, no, it's the whole Oksana thing. She's going to kill you, but you know.
And then, of course, we've got Mrs. Fandango, Summer Rae.
Well, we don't know who she's Mrs. is because apparently that's a secret.
Okay. And, of course, the current WWE Divas Champion, longest reigning, I believe.
Yes.
AJ Lee.
She's beaten Maurice's record by 2 months or something, I think, now.
Who's going to win it?
I think it's either going to go to Tamina way, where she finally has enough of AJ, or AJ pulls out the bag. My dark horse in this one is Bella.
I'm going for John Bella. Yeah, that's my bet. I can't remember the first names. I just go by the partner.
Nikki.
And by the way, who's going to win? We said pretty much Big Show.
Yeah, I think Big Show's going to win
for the Battle Royal thing.
Either Big Show or Big E. That's my choices. My dark horse actually would be Sheamus.
My actual dark horse would be Cesaro for the Battle Royale.
He's got a different match, mate.
Yeah, he's not.
Oh, he's not? Oh, what the fuck?
They're in a tag team match in the pre-show.
Which reminds
I heard there were rumors that they might sneak him into the matchup
Well-
along with the tech. Oh,
Well, there's
they got
three
three-
spaces.
that just
There's three.
not like
Yeah, but there's 3 spaces in that Battle Royal, remember?
Yeah, 3 spots yet to be confirmed, so they could do that.
They could do it.
well.
Daniel
it's-
Bryan or Triple H would be double dutying that night, so...
That would be both interesting and like a weird moment of wait, what?
Yeah. Especially if it came down to Big Show and Cesaro.
And he swung him.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to swing him. We the people! Yes! Swing him!
Well, we might as well discuss that. It's the pre-show for WrestleMania. The Tag Team Championships are on the line with Los Matadores.
Hey!
With, as we're saying,
El Torito.
we the people.
Uncle Zeb's to be there as well, wearing his beard.
And one of the worst tag team names of all time, Rybaxel.
Almost like that, the Quebecers was already too.
To me, that just sounds like something's wrong with my car.
Yeah, you got it right back, so right here. It's not a pretty picture at all.
The problem is, if someone said that to us, we wouldn't have a fucking clue. We'd just go, yeah, sure, mate.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Mark.
I know jack shit about cars.
Like, yeah, I've heard of those before. Yeah, those are sticky, all right. How much is it going to be?
And, of course, the WWE Tag Team Champions.
Oof! That's racist. Oh!
Yes, the Dakota. And honestly, I'm hoping that they walk out the champions. But if it wasn't going to be them, I'd love to be we the people.
Oh, I'd love to see the real Americans walk out there.
Yeah.
I think they've deserved at least a title reign for a long while now.
Yeah.
They're over with the fans. You got Cesaro. He's being built up.
And at the end of the day, Jack Swagger isn't too bad either.
Big horse.
Yeah.
Jack Swagger can still go. I mean, he had that match at the Elimination Chamber that he fought Big E.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah, that was a great opening match. I've always liked them. They're really getting over with the fans.
I said from the beginning that as a tag team they were great. The problem is with the gimmick they've got is supposed to make you hate them, and they're getting over as a great tag team. So you kind of get more and more weirder people chance.
Yeah. At this moment in time, like Antonio Cesaro is kind of like the guy in the church who really doesn't mind gay people, but the rest of them are like, you just kind of like, you kind of like him, he's all right, but the rest of them's like, okay. But yeah, I think. And if there was a championship for managers, damn it, Zeb.
Zeb versus Paul Heyman in a manager off.
Yeah, who is the greatest manager of our current generation?
Depending on which city you are, who gets the hottest heat.
Yeah. So who do we think's winning it? So not who we want to, but who is winning?
I think Usos walk out.
Usos?
Yeah, Usos walk out.
Usos.
They've been jobbing for way too many years to have this short of a title reign.
Yeah.
A tag team match that I'm definitely looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
It is Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta
Shield
versus, well, a weird tag team.
Not if you think about it.
It's the New Age Outlaws And Kane, corporate Kane.
With the corporate outlaws as well.
Yeah, the corporate outlaws, yes. So,
how you can have a corporate outlaw, I don't actually know. But
a corporate... Ooh. what the fuck would be a corporate outlaw? Is that like a privateer?
Isn't it Steve Jobs, a corporate outlaw?
No, he's dead.
Well,
yeah, he's a little dead now.
Wasn't he then?
He's died, he's dead, he ain't living no more.
Wasn't he, or was he?
No. He was... No, corporate renegade, perhaps. He's a bit of a renegade. No, it'd probably be a privateer. But let's not argue about semantics. That's a different show, one that I will host on my own, that no one will ever listen to. But so Corporate Kane and New Age Outlaws versus The Shield, just in a good old-fashioned kicking the shit out of each other kind of
I
match.
cannot wait to see 3 Superman punches. Just on Kane. I love The Shield, have done since they first fucking debuted on the screen.
Yeah.
And at the minute, Roman Reigns is probably maybe I would say top 5 hottest people on the roster.
Easily.
And I wouldn't say that Seth or Dean are far behind him either.
Oh, no. They each and every one of them have bright futures. I'm looking at this match, actually, and I'm thinking this is sort of like the passing of the torch type of match, because the Shield are obviously going to win.
Yeah.
And, these, 3 guys, 3 veterans have been in here a long time, passing the torch, so to speak, to the Shield, having them, and blessing their career. That's what I'm viewing it as.
I've even heard that this could be Kane's final WrestleMania.
Possibly.
He's talking about retiring at the end of the year and going into politics.
Yeah. And what's interesting about this, though, if you think about what Shield were doing last WrestleMania as well, they've remained incredibly strong throughout the entire year. And they did that teasing of the splitting up, but honestly, they could easily keep going. They might even go, well, what would they be like if they were a face team?
Well, that's what I think they might run with at the minute.
Mind you, we're doing a live show recently, and there was a photo with them doing the Shield, the Shield Justice symbol, with their hands, with John Cena.
Well, they did a video. There was a video that came up recently of Kane versus Daniel Bryan, and the end of was the Real Americans and Ryback came out to stop Daniel Bryan from winning. Shield ran in and did the save.
Right.
And then left it so that he got the cheers, they did the yes chant, and Daniel Bryan shook all their hands, and then they left it. Wow. So they are teasing, at least on house shows, a face run.
It would be good, because they don't have to do a damn thing different.
Well, no, it's the Austin parallel. Austin was a bad guy, but he got cheered.
And Roman Reigns is just one of those guys that he's like...
he's loosened up recently.
One of my favourite things about the Shield is the fact that Dean Ambrose doesn't have to take a fucking chainsaw to the head anymore. His days
every time you bring up combat,
yes.
Every time you're going to bring it up, we've moved away from that now. We know you don't like the fact.
That's why I'm happy he's moved away from Combat Zone Wrestling. Yeah, I'll just take a chainsaw to the fucking head. Oh, that's wrestling. Even Paul Heyman's going, dude, what the fuck? Settle the Sabu, go torture him, will you? No man, that's just too much. Sad man can't tell what the fuck's going on these days.
That man's passed out on the fucking toilet.
Taz is too busy looking at the beautiful people.
Yeah, at the maddest.
Rob Van Dam's in the back going, what? Mikey Whip, well, never mind.
Hey, Mikey is training people up at New York Wrestling Connection, or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
NYC Connection or something.
He done well.
Yeah, he trained Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
Well, so, 2 out of 1. 1 out of 2.
There's a few others. Yeah. I think Trent went there as well.
Yeah, but this tag team match, it's just... You got Billy Gunn, who can still fucking go.
Yeah, but can we be honest? He doesn't look the same as he did 10 years ago.
No. And he just...
No matter what Michael Cole and JBL keeps telling them.
And he just needs a tea break and a bit of a rest.
Am I the only one who thinks Billy Gunn's hair is going to fall off at any moment in time?
I just thought you borrowed it from, Dolph Ziggler. No, just...
Hey, son, give me some hair.
Yeah, it's like he just went to catering and put the spaghetti on the back of his head. That'll work. But then you got the road dog, Jesse James.
Who's charismatic as ever.
And still goes. Mm-hmm. And then you got Kane, who's just like, yeah, it doesn't matter how big I am or how muscular I am, I can still go without much of a problem.
Kane's had the old evergreen effect on Kane recently, it seems to be as well. Yeah. He's caught a bit off Goldie,
Yeah.
He seems to
I think it's the hair. It's a Samson thing. It's a Samson, He starts growing the hair and the talent just starts blossoming. Although we just got to be very careful that he doesn't start looking at your toothbrush lovingly. Those were the days. corporate yankum. We just don't want it. You know what I mean?
No one needs a corporate dentist.
So who's winning the match?
The Shield.
Shield? Ah, the Shield. All right. Okay, so moving on to one of the big matches of the evening. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt.
But currently I look like a Wyatt member.
You do. So basically what we have here is the People's Anti-Champion versus the Eater of Worlds, Galactus. These two huge forces colliding at WrestleMania. And honestly, it is that weird thing of John Cena should be the favourite. He should be the one that all the people are cheering for. We know he isn't because he's hated. He's essentially Rocky Maivia at this point.
Yeah.
Versus Bray Wyatt, the Stone Cold in this situation, who people should hate and loathe, but actually fucking love.
Yeah. I mean,
and I'm
for
not
me,
saying
this
this
is
because
a
I
great
hate.
one.
I'm not hating this because I'm not saying this because I hate Cena because I respect him, but I hate his character. But I think Bray should win this one.
Well, Bray should easily.
He should.
Yeah.
What I mean, just thinking about it logically for a moment, what does John Cena, the character, gain from this? There's nothing to really gain. All you're doing in hindsight is burying this guy. Well, I shouldn't say bury this guy, but you're taking away a lot of the momentum he's currently building up. It makes sense that Bray goes over on him, especially if this match goes well. They can continue this feud easily for the next couple of months.
Well,
Yeah, I
I
suspect this one could go. This feud could go to SummerSlam, and
Yeah.
Cena finally vanquishes him in some way at SummerSlam.
could easily get a Survivor Series
But
if he plays it well enough.
I think that might stretch it a bit with the attention span of the current audience. But
If you have a bit of a break in between,
Yeah.
let's give Cena some time off.
I don't see what. Yeah, like Kane says, I don't see what Cena gains from. The only thing Cena does is he gains that. Oh, I vanquished him straight away. I did what Punk couldn't. I did what Bryan didn't. You know, I vanquished the. It's like you don't do that though. You know, Batman needs to take a beating before he comes back and beats.
For me, I wouldn't mind seeing that SummerSlam if it was. And I know we're seeing he's on sabbatical, but I wouldn't mind seeing Cena, Punk, and Bryan versus the Wyatt family.
Oh, I would love that.
There's a match.
Yeah. So
I'll write that down. I'll use that on TW.
Yeah. But this promos that have been going. I mean, I've liked what Cena's done, where he's talked about how he's afraid of the whatever, but at the same time he's talked about how being afraid is a feeling.
Oh, he turned it on Raw this week,
Coward is
though.
a verb.
I don't. How up to date are you?
I saw Raw.
Right. So, I mean, this week on Raw, I was watching it, and they did that whole thing with the mask, and I turned around and went, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
Then it took me a minute to realise, oh, it's probably Cena fucking with him.
Yeah.
Cena comes out, he does his usual shtick, and then afterwards, the promo got me.
Yeah.
Not because it was Cena, because Cena didn't do his usual, I'm going to yell. You know, I'm going to scream and shout. It was the end of it, the seriousness. You have to change the way you walk. Boy, I'm going to put my foot up your ass. And then walked off. I went, shit, I'm all right with that. Yeah. Let's do the damn thing.
But Bray Wyatt is, because there are sometimes what I hate, some things I hate is when people no sell. And Bray Wyatt no sells in a way that sells.
Yeah, he still shows pain but he still doesn't acknowledge it as much.
See, for me, it's like, because when Cena had obviously got the upper hand in that exchange, he goes back onto the ramp, and even though he still goes, he's got the whole world in his hands.
I've never heard that sound scary, that song.
Yeah. Bray Wyatt is a fucking genius.
He says himself he's a big horror fan. He takes a lot of inspiration from horror fans.
And again, one of my favourite things we were talking about the other day, Geek, is when somebody on Twitter asked him whatever happened to Husky Harris. He replied, I needed a vessel. That is genius.
That is genius. Oh my lord.
Yeah, someone replied, asked him, what happened to the guy with the Ferrari engine built like a tank? And he replied, I needed a vessel when he was ready.
Yeah.
And I just went, shit!
Yeah.
Man, this guy's on his game. It's figured out.
He has this whole thing worked out, and none of us are going to catch up to him until he wants us to.
For me, I was worried when I found out that Luke Harper was going into NXT, because Greek had introduced me to a lot of indie wrestling, and I'd seen Luke Harper's work, and when we both found out, you were actually quite optimistic.
I was. Well, let me put it this way: they said they announced on the day that Brody Lee turned into Luke Harper that they'd also signed Pac, who's now Adrian Neville. So that was a big thing for us as well, being from Newcastle.
Yeah.
And then they announced that Sarah Del Rey was going as a trainer. And I was psyched about all three. But I was really excited to see what they did with Brody because we'd seen a little clip of Bray with Eli Cottonwood as his bodyguard, and that was never going to work.
Yeah.
But see, and I thought maybe they could do something with that. And I said at the time, maybe it'd be good if he could work that gimmick. And look what it's done since. I mean, look at the matches he had with Cena last week on Raw, and then the week before on SmackDown. It was just immense. I mean, when was the last time you saw Cena reverse a powerbomb into a Hurricane Rana?
I just put that down to a dream. I thought I was dreaming that shit, man. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing what this talent. And again, going back to Bray Wyatt, it's just the things he says. See, I remember having an argument with this about this on a fucking news website that I don't go on to anymore because it's full of assholes. Especially the guy that runs it. But it's this thing of, he rambles on and on, he makes no point. It's like, no, you're not seeing the poetry of it. What he says makes perfect sense when you break it down and listen to it. And you don't have to be a smart guy to get it. You're just not listening.
Yeah.
Like, the stuff he says is just fucking creepy. And John Cena has done a great job in selling the fact of, I'm worried that people are listening. And they are listening. And it's like, yeah, we are.
Well, that's the thing. The thing that people don't understand is they think he's a madman. No, he's a preacher.
Yeah.
That was the first time you saw him. What was he doing? He was preaching to a bunch of lost souls in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
He's getting a cult-like family together. Yeah. So he's going to have a cult-like following, which excuses everybody from who like the Wyatts to cheer. It gives the Smarks a bunch of fucking reasons that they can do it, and people are just going, well done, you played right into my game again.
Yeah. And there is one thing I have to ask.
Go ahead.
Follow the buzzards.
Yes.
I never got that.
It came from an earlier promo.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, because I never ever actually, because I must have missed something, because I never got follow the buzzards.
I think he said the buzzards were circling. Obviously the buzzards are like vultures.
Yeah. And
he said something on that, and he said, then that's when he brought it back, when he came upwards. He brought it back from NXT, and he said, follow the buzzards.
Well, it makes more sense than can you smell what the Rock is cooking, I suppose.
Yo! I can always smell what the Rock is cooking.
Crime time aren't around anymore, I'm afraid.
They are to me. How the fuck is JTG going to check? Honestly.
I don't know. I honestly wish I was working with the WWE. That way I can collect those checks.
I mean,
like I can do nothing. I could say something that's somewhat uplifting for the rest of the locker room and then go back to obscurity. I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, JTG, he collects a check, and last I heard, he was seeing Tamina. It's like, what, this dude just made for money? What? Is Tamina going, yo, he's Samoan? And everyone's just going, okay, he's not getting sacked.
Yeah, but Wade Barrett gets paid the thousands of dollars to play on YouTube. That's not fair.
Hey, he doesn't.
I don't get paid thousands of dollars to play on YouTube.
He doesn't play on YouTube. He is part of Wrestler's Court with Uncle Zebediah.
That's Judge.
Judge Uncle Zebediah.
No, just Judge Zeb.
All right, whatever.
Let's face it, though. It's really annoying because they get paid to do all this fun stuff. We don't, and we get nowhere near Renee Young.
No, don't. I like Renee Young.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Yeah. Shut up.
What? I don't blame you. It's Renee Young. But anyway, so the fact
just because I like Renee Young the same way you like Roman Reigns.
But here's the thing. Bray Wyatt is not your typical wrestler. I mean, we could talk about Cena, that's not. But Bray Wyatt's not your typical wrestler, right? These two are very fucking hard-hitting. Can you imagine what this match is going to be like? I'm sensing all-out fucking brawl.
I can't wait.
I hope so.
What I'm waiting for is dead New Orleans. We're here.
That building is going
That's going to erupt. It does when they're in like New York, when they're in Philadelphia, Chicago, even when they're in stuff like Dayton, Ohio. You know, nobody cares about Dayton, Ohio. The people in Dayton, Ohio don't care about Dayton, Ohio.
Actually,
how loud is the clapping going to be when they start going with the beat?
The swaying of the crowd. That is going to be one of the reasons people are going to want to be in WrestleMania, is to be in that sea of people when that place goes nuts for Wyatt.
I honestly think, just imagine this, right? At WrestleMania, we hear, everything goes quiet. Wyatt appears on the screen. Wrestlemania. We're here. Lights go out. They start coming out. First you got the cheers and the claps, and then everyone starts singing.
Well, the rumor is they're going to have the band there live. I'm hearing there's going to be a big entrance plan for the Wyatts.
But can you imagine if everyone in there started singing that song? What a way. That would prove just how much of a cult it's become. It can be to do with cult of personality, you know? You see people, you know, so it would be really interesting. So the question is this match going to be a disappointment? Because Cena's not known for style matches, or the fact that these two are very hard-hitting tuds going to make this match a surprisingly awesome match?
This could be modern-day Terry Funk versus Bruiser Brody. This could be hard-hitting, but it could also turn into something like a Bruise, something along the lines where it could be John Cena goes, right, well, this is what we're going to do, and Bray sits back and goes, okay, this is what we'll do. It has the ability of doing either way. Personally, I don't see John doing that. I think John's finally understood what's going on, and I think we're going to have possibly one of Cena's best WrestleMania matches.
What about you, Kane? What's your rundown of this match? Kane?
Huh?
What's your rundown of this match?
Sorry, I wasn't even sure if I was still connected because Skype is being Skype.
Yes.
It's not friendly towards me.
Skype
But
is Skype.
my point of view is simply this. As long as it's not the typical, he beats up Cena for 15 minutes and he does a comeback and then he shuts him off and then he wins, this is going to be an entertaining match. And I'm not sensing that from this match. You know, when Cena had his long runs and even as recently as this year, you could, you know, anytime John Cena has a match, you get that sense of, all right, here we go. Okay, he's doing this. This is happening. He's gonna go for the now he's gonna do the back. Okay, great. You don't get that feeling in this match. You're getting the feeling Bray Wyatt has the legitimate chance. I don't even know if Bray Wyatt's considered the favorite in this match or the underdog, and that's the best part of this match.
It is.
This isn't just a great gimmick, and even just kayfabe speaking, this is a demon John Cena wants to, you know, get rid of again. You know, another demon for him to vanquish, and the fans are going to be on his side. Here's an interesting question. With how way over Wyatt is, do people even want John Cena to vanquish this guy? Like, what happens if John Cena wins?
I think if John Cena wins, you may end up getting the John Cena heel turn, whether they like it or not.
Yeah,
exactly. It's like that. The momentum that he has just stops all of a sudden. What are people going to do to John?
If I was booking it,
yes,
you know, which is always a favorite part of the show,
and I believe a 15-minute point usually.
Yeah. The way I book it, if John Cena was to win, I would have him being the demon all along. It would be the wolf in sheep's clothing for me. And I wouldn't do it legitimately like, oh, it's a demon. It'd be less like...
that would be interesting.
The first thing he would say as soon as he got on the mic...
It was me, Austin! It was me all along! Ah, son of a bitch! Something along those lines?
No, for me it'd be... The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he never existed. Drops the mic and leaves.
Oh, mic drop as well. Mm-hmm. I'm all bitches.
And just
that would just the crowd would go from raining of boos to completely silent.
Yeah, it'd be
if John Cena said that exact phrase and walked.
But it'd be the Nexus situation where the crowd went, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, it's like. That's the thing. If John Cena turned heel, the fans wouldn't know how to react. The smocks would just be like,
"Do we cheer?"
The smocks, their brains would shut off.
They have brains.
Turning John Cena heel is the wrestling equivalent of dividing by 0.
Yeah.
It's like you can fucking try, but God help you if you succeed.
You break the world.
Of course, at which point, no doubt, Hogan would be like, "You got that idea from me." You know, kind of. I don't know why I did my weird Vincent Mann voice there.
Well, you know something. I'll say this: if we're gonna go with John Cena in the Super Cena scenario, if Cena is Superman, well, last year he vanquished his Doomsday. He vanquished The Rock. This year he's gonna vanquish Brainiac, and that's a whole different fight.
Oh yeah.
Just so I can try and get a bit of
just pray to God, or whichever mythical being you believe in. just pray that next year it's not Undertaker.
Don't do that to me.
You do not want John Cena or Undertaker. Because that's the match that everyone's going to go...
You saw what I was like with CM Punk last year.
Oh my god.
My hand never left my calf.
Watching Geek King watch that WrestleMania match with The Undertaker was so hilarious. Because every time CM Punk came just a bit closer, it was almost full-blown fucking rage. Like, what's funny? You're a John Cena fan. Sorry, a CM Punk fan. But Undertaker is your lord and master.
I have an Undertaker tattoo.
Yes, you have an Undertaker tattoo on your leg.
I have the symbol on my leg.
So for you, does it go ordered at the top, then Undertaker? Or
No. It goes Vince, Undertaker, right. Then Odin.
Okay.
Odin calls himself the All Father, but that's only because Vince McMahon lets him.
Right. How much is he paying Odin then?
It's not paying Odin. He's just letting him job to like Warrior every year.
Fair enough.
It's penance.
So, big question. Who's going to win? John Cena or Bray Wyatt?
Who's going to?
Yeah.
I can't call this one. I really can't. I don't. The way they've booked it, it's so open to me. I don't know.
Now, Geek, you've never not been able to call a match on the show.
Well, a couple of times, but
no.
But this one,
you've given a decision for every match. Are you telling me now that this match is so fucking close you can't call it?
It's Cena, so there's always a chance Cena can win, but they booked it to a point where you believe Bray Wyatt can do it.
Okay.
So I don't know which one will go.
Okay, Kane, your call.
It's very, very interesting. The best I can do is tell you, logically speaking, John Cena just always has that chance because the way they've booked him. But the way, like Geek said, the way they've booked Bray Wyatt, you believe he can pull this upset. Honestly, I want Bray to win. What's going to happen? I'm not sure. I mean, logic says Bray should win because of the way the feud would go on afterwards, but I can't. You never know with WWE and what they're going to do with their matches. So honestly,
especially when the biggest Raw of the year is the one afterward.
Exactly. Vince said. Apparently, Vince McMahon has said that he wants a nice surprise for WrestleMania this year. Maybe it comes in this match. I don't know.
I couldn't
tell you.
I'm gonna go out with him, put my balls online, and say.
Well, that's all right because your missus hasn't.
Yes. Bray Wyatt wins.
Okay.
I'm calling it now.
All right.
You can quote me on it and then mock me when I'm wrong. But,
easily.
Or, just mock me for everything else,
I do, consistently.
You do. Bastard. Anyway. So...
Next up is...
Right, okay.
Next up's another one that you're going to have fun watching.
The Streak.
Yep.
The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar.
See, I'd like to put this down as... People say, well, why do you watch Undertaker matches every year if you know what's going to happen at the end of it? Usually I would say, because it's how he does it.
Yeah.
But since about, I don't know, WrestleMania 25, with the exception of WrestleMania 26, where you kind of knew Shawn was retiring.
Yeah. I mean,
it's been quite hard to sit there and watch it silently and not think there's always a chance that this year they do put the one at the end of it.
Well, in fairness, his last few points was Shawn Michaels, and then Triple H, and then CM Punk.
Yeah.
So it's not like they were throwing him Rey Mysterio. You know what I mean?
I'm praying next year he faces someone like Big E Langston. Not because Big E doesn't deserve it or anything, but at that point in Big E's career, he won't win the streak. Give him Zack Ryder. Just give him a night off. Give me a night off.
I just say it now, it's like, and no one has accepted my challenge for WrestleMania 31. And then Antonio Cesaro comes out. I'm going to swing you, bitch.
And I'm going to... And I'd sat there and cry my eyes up and going, people.
I'm going to swing me a dead man.
If they did do Cesaro versus Undertaker next year, I'm done. I'm done. I must watch this match. You don't have to hype it.
Yeah, it'd be the equivalent of when they did the Rock Cena and then wait a year and everyone went, I'm going to watch Rock versus Cena. Rock's back at WrestleMania and in ring. We know one person who automatically, as soon as that match was made, would say, I'm going to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
If they did Cesaro, there's not a chance in hell I'd get a ticket to fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah, mind you, that match with the Rock Cena, when his first WrestleMania match with Cena,
The actual once in a lifetime.
Yeah, that wasn't The Rock. That was a boulder of muscle with The Rock's face on it.
I told you it was Doomsday.
What the fuck was that?
It was a Kryptonian monster bred by Lex Luthor in pure single to destroy John Cena.
Because that's the thing. I remember, kid, are you a Dragon Ball Z fan at all?
I actually don't like the show Dragon Ball Z.
Fair enough. The analogy
But I watched the abridged, if that counts for anything.
No, that's fine. I won't use that analogy. But basically, when we saw the second one, that was more like The Rock. A bit leaner than his other appearance. So you can recognise The Rock. The first one, I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's like, Rock, you can't just get muscles and just stick them in your body. You're not allowed to do that.
He didn't know, that's the scary thing.
I know! It's like, what the fuck? Is he just like sticking air pumps into his arm and...
No, I follow The Rock. I'm a Rock fan. So I follow him on Twitter, I follow him on Instagram and all that. And he gets up at like 5 in the morning and starts working out heavy weights.
After his 12 pancakes.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there going, fuck you.
Have you seen
5 in the morning, I'm just going to bed after 12 packs.
Yeah. Have you seen how many pizzas that fucker eats?
Yeah, the man's cheat days are legendary.
Yeah, the super heavy builders are living in a completely different calorie universe to us.
But he says that's a cheat day, though. Usually he does nothing but chicken and fish and everything's pure. And then on a cheat day, he says if you're going to cheat, you might as well go all out. Yeah. So he does. He has like seven giant deep pan pizzas, which I know deep pan isn't technically a pizza to certain parts of the Americans.
Yeah.
I saw Jon Stewart's rant.
Yeah.
It's apparently it's a dessert, it's a pie.
Yeah.
It's molten lava but on a piece of bread or something.
A piece of, I don't
That's Chicago style.
I don't know what the fuck. I remember just seeing that pizza and going, what the fuck is that shit? By the way, kid, what part of America are you from, by the way?
That would be the East Coast.
Okay.
Was it that then Jersey, New York area?
New Jersey.
Are you a Devils fan?
Yes.
There you go.
New Jersey. Isn't that where...
Kevin Smith.
Yeah. The secret stash.
Yeah.
Awesome. But I ain't knocking the place. That's what we got you for.
I'm not going to knock Jersey. Dude, my adopted American city is Philadelphia.
True.
I don't have much cause to mock anyone.
Yeah, but New Jersey also gave us Michael from Rooster Teeth.
Fucking Michael.
But, yeah, so basically, The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. This is, I mean, Undertaker's been looking the heaviest going into this match, like the heaviest hitter, like the big one to win. And of course, Undertaker isn't beat at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar's got a harder time of convincing people that he can beat the streak than the last few that have come before him, Punk, Triple H, Shawn Michaels.
Which is good, though, because if you look at Brock going into any other match that he's gone into, it's looked like, well, Brock's going to kill him.
Yeah.
They couldn't do that with the streak because they sit there and go, well, Brock thinks he's going to kill him. The smartest thing they did was this week on Raw. They gave the little indication of, shit, Brock could actually hurt a dead man.
Yeah. And one of the really cool things is there are only 2 questions fans should be asking themselves in this match. And if they're not asking any of these, you failed. The first question is, can Undertaker keep a streak? Yeah. Can Undertaker keep a streak? And if they're not asking that, can this guy beat the streak? Yeah. They have to be asking all those questions. If they don't care, you've lost. So people aren't asking, can Undertaker retain? They're asking, can Brock Lesnar do it?
Well, we saw the amount of people last year bitch that Punk didn't get it. It seems to be the major thing. Punk is the internet. Oh yeah, we had a load of people on our side bitching that Punk didn't get the streak.
Punk's paid his dues.
Punk's the rightful one.
Yeah.
I'm never watching again.
They would be having a field day about how Punk beat the streak, and now look what he's on. Look what he's doing now. They'd be having a bigger bitch fit about that.
Oh, it was just amazing that they just like, Punk should have got it, all this, and I'm just going, for fuck's sake.
Guys.
The major bite that they had, though, was the go-to-sleep bouncing off the ropes straight into the tombstone.
Yeah.
And I turned around and went, well, because he didn't hit the ground, so it makes perfect sense to take his first thing is, I'm going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Because his first instinct, if you're hurt, is, I'm going to hurt you badly.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to rest myself. And that was... But the amount of people on this side, at least, that we had to sit there and bitching about it was just stupid. This year, you're not going to get that. No. You're not going to get people bitching that, I'm never watching again if Brock doesn't win. What you're going to get is, well, how does Taker win this year?
Or at least you hope you don't get those types of reactions.
Yes, I would hope so.
You never know.
Yes, but the thing is,
we'll see the next night on Raw when fucking their reaction to Brock Lesnar walking out like a limp noodle. You know, it's just gonna be.
And also, I bet you 99% of the people who said, "Oh, CM Punk lost, I'm not watching again," are watching it this year as well.
Well, we already know at least 2 people are.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that someone who said that when Batista won the Royal Rumble, which we'll get to in a minute.
Yeah.
There's always a fun little topic, that one.
Yeah.
Is when Batista won the Royal Rumble, I'm not watching WrestleMania. And 2 weeks later, asked people, who's watching WrestleMania this year?
Yeah. So the question is, I suppose not the question of who do we think is going to win, but rather how do we think he's going to win?
Taker with a tombstone.
Tombstone?
Probably the 3rd tombstone, but a tombstone.
What about yourself, Ken?
I would have to agree with him. I don't know how you don't beat the Beast with a tombstone or at least multiple tombstones. I mean, what is he gonna do? Choke slam him through the mat and it turns into a no contest? Like I'm not sure myself. I would have to say the tombstones.
I think it's a surprise this year. I think it's Hell's Gate.
Oh, the Beast taps.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
That would be a big sell. I don't know if he taps, but if he gets locked in the Hell's Gate, there's a good chance that he passes out.
Like Triple H.
Does an Austin.
Like Triple H.
Does the Austin where he refuses to tap out. Yeah, I can see that happening.
I don't see, Brock Lesnar having the same reaction after that as Austin did.
No, he'll still get chucked at you big pussy or you tapped out.
Yeah, Austin's like, Austin, Brock Lesnar, you're a pussy!
What, you couldn't handle being choked, you big git?
Yeah, you fucking baby! Hey, Austin, how you doing? Can I get a photo? I respect what you're doing.
My normal reaction to someone tapping is, well, you tapped out. That means you're showing I don't want to say how weak you are, but you're showing that, especially for someone like Brock Lesnar, he's built up as the Beast. Him tapping out like that's like, well, what are you doing to his character? But in this case, it's The Undertaker. And there is absolutely no shame to going, Hell's Gates, nope, I'm done with this. Nope.
And as they keep expressing, though, this is not just The Undertaker, a man he's beaten in the past. Mm-hmm. This is The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That's the big point.
Yeah.
It's at WrestleMania. Taker isn't Taker he's still The Undertaker, but there's something about the demon of Death Valley, that really comes out. And the man that when the devil looks at him says, "Hello, sir," there is something different about the man when it comes to WrestleMania. So it's just going to be an interesting fight. It is going to be a fight.
And by the way, I foresee Paul Heyman eating the tombstone.
I see Paul Heyman eating a lot of things.
Okay, possibly the biggest match especially the biggest match for me personally, because the other one isn't set in stone, although we really hope it is.
And don't be surprised this is your opener.
Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. The winner enters the WWE World Heavyweight Title match in the main event at WrestleMania. This match, this match, no one is going for a piss break. People will piss themselves if required.
I don't know about that, mate. There's a pause. No. There's a pause button. I'm fucking telling you that.
I'm talking about at the stage, at the actual show.
Well, you've got a cup. Use it.
Mate, I bought you a beer.
I bought you a beer. Well, fuck it.
No one will know the difference. Just piss in it, all right? You're fine.
Well, this tastes weird. It's New Orleans beer. Oh, fair enough.
I've had stronger pisses.
Daniel Bryan, Triple H, finally we're getting this match.
Yes.
And
it's been, nearly 6 months in the making now?
And here's the thing. Triple H knows what he's doing. Daniel Bryan knows what he's doing. And if Daniel Bryan can have a great match with John Cena, imagine what the fuck he can do with Triple H.
Also, a little bit of interest to this, to the build-up to it, how far they're going with this.
Yeah.
This is the match that's getting the WrestleMania Road Diaries.
Wow.
This Daniel Bryan's in this superstar this year that they're following around. Last year it was John. The year before that was CM Punk versus Jericho. This is the match they're choosing to follow Daniel Bryan for his training session, to follow him during his days at the wrestling. What's going to be interesting about this is, though, they've also shown Triple H training.
Mm-hmm.
Now H has shown himself beating the fuck out of retards, and well, hey, retards are strong.
Yeah,
and he's lifting heavy weight. Brian's precision fighting. That's what they're showing him doing. On the punching bags.
Yeah.
Fighting with some a bit of mixed martial arts being shown in that. And then Triple H goes and sees his missus and Gans and has a little bit of business conference call, shall we say.
Yeah.
And then, you've got Daniel Bryan going around a vegan fucking supermarket. And you're going, wow, I wonder whose day is more fun.
Yeah.
Fucking vegans.
So an evening with tofu, an evening with Stephanie McMahon. I know which one I prefer.
Well, I guess Brie comes with the tofu.
Well, it's not that good tofu. But honestly, I cannot wait for this match.
Mm-hmm.
Because, first of all, the implications.
Yes.
If Daniel Bryan wins, which we sincerely hope so, he could go on to the main event of WrestleMania against Randy Orton, the current champion. And
I'm going to put it this. If he does win, the 4 biggest pops of the night you're going to hear.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan's entrance going into this match.
Yeah.
His victory pop.
Yeah.
His entrance going into the main event.
Yeah.
And potentially his victory pop on that one.
Yeah.
That's the 4 main ones you're going to get this year, I think. I mean, other than that, you're going to have Wyatt, you're going to have Takers, you're going to have the Shield, you're going to bring out a big pop, Superman Punch will. I mean, all of them, generally at WrestleMania, there's not a quiet reaction. I mean, Oksana or Alicia Fox might get a quiet one this year.
Yeah.
But even Maria, that's the thing, even Maria's probably going to get more heat than some of the superstars.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see also... One of the things is going into this, I think this might be the opening match.
Mm-hmm.
Logically speaking, for me anyway.
Yeah.
Because you're going to want to give whoever wins it a bit of time, from a booker standpoint. However, from a storyline standpoint, if it's not and it's a semi-main, and then the main happens straight away, think about that. How much of an underdog story would that be if Daniel Bryan comes and wins both matches?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a big thing either way. So, but I'm looking forward to this. The actual build-up to this has been unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not just the 6 months build-up or the WrestleMania build-up, but the overall story of this. And the fact that Daniel Bryan is now, in my opinion, the top guy, at least in the fans' point of view.
Yeah.
He's the biggest reactions of the night, the biggest pops of the night. He's getting the most coverage of the night. I mean, look at the difference between a year ago, the merch, at least, and how much merch he was getting, and now look at it. He's got 3 or 4 different T-shirts out at one point at one time. He's got everything going, everything they sell. His face is now on it. Punk's probably pissed off at that because Punk's is still on there, but Punk isn't showing up to work.
Yeah,
he's equivalently not far off John Cena for the amount of merch out there.
Yeah,
but what I'm hearing is that for the amount of merch per wrestler, he's quite high up there on the sales as well.
Yeah,
but who would have thought it that a year later he would be up there? I mean, he was starting to rise, and then hit SummerSlam, he was red hot. I would now say he's reaching very close to breaking through to that next echelon of being over no matter where he goes.
I think his WrestleMania match with Sheamus is what made everyone reminded everyone that this is fucking Daniel Bryan.
This is bullshit.
We like this guy. Yeah, he turned heel, but what the fuck is this shit? 18 seconds? And then, the whole Newell thing. Yeah. And then the next night, Daniel Bryan comes out. It's just like, guys, we got something here. It's just...
And then, the Hell No worked for him really well.
Yeah.
Separating from that worked really well to the point where you could still, if you ever wanted to, bring them back together up until the corporate came turn, of course.
Yeah.
But, so with me, I'm hyped for this match. I think that the 2 great technicians are going to have a great match.
Yeah.
And I really think this was necessary for the main event.
Now, here's the thing, though. Playing devil's advocate, imagine if Triple H... managed to beat Daniel Bryan.
I'm okay with that.
And went to the main event.
I'm still okay with that. I love Triple H. Play devil's advocate all you want. Either way, as long as Bautista and Randy Orton doesn't come out, I'm not bothered.
Yeah, but what if it is Evolution in the main event of WrestleMania?
Then the man who raised Evolution and taught Evolution everything they know, but not everything he knows, beats them.
Is it going to happen, though?
No.
All I'm going to say is if we get Evolution the match, they might as well just bring out Ric Flair to be the special guest referee just to complete the package.
Woo! Might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be alright with that. I mean, we haven't had who's the pre-show yet. Who's going to be announced? Who's going to be on the pre-show panel?
Yeah.
I suspect Flair usually shows up for that. Shawn might be there, and probably a Hall of Famer. I would say your best bet with the Hall of Famer would probably be this year, Lita. The only one I trust with a microphone. I love Razor and I love Jake, but I don't want to see either one of them on a live show on TV.
First, DDP will be in town.
DDP would work.
Yeah, DDP and Lita.
Depends how many red wines DDP's have.
Hey, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. But, honestly, so let's call it now. Who's winning, Triple H or Daniel Bryan?
Right.
You say it's Daniel Bryan? Kane, what do you think?
Daniel Bryan. This is at this point the way that it's been built up. He's easily. I shouldn't say easily because you never know WWE, but it's being built so far to make it look like Daniel Bryan's going to snipe his way into the main event and go from there.
And will he be walking away with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship?
Oh God, I hope so.
I hope so. If Bautista gets it, and he was correct all along, you know what the fans are going to do.
Oh, there may be a case where you actually see a riot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then it might not just
New Orleans we're talking about.
Yeah, it's not. It's New Orleans mixed up with everybody else who's turned up. There's going to be plenty of Brits there who don't mind a fight. Yeah. There's going to be plenty of Northern Americans who are going down south and have had a bit too much of that voodoo whiskey.
Yeah.
I mean, if WWE pulls one over at the fans, on the fans, you've picked the wrong place to do it.
Yeah.
It'd just be a colossal fuck up. It'd be like, oh yeah, because we could keep this going even further. No, this is where it's time to give the payoff. But come on, a couple of moments of teasing. No, Triple H. Oh, come on, just a couple of moments of teasing. No, we're doing this now. Oh, you're no fun.
Definitely doesn't let me tease either.
That's a completely separate matter entirely. And please don't talk about. I don't know why my Vince Master have become a posh Londoner. Yeah, don't talk about my daughter like that. No. But no, I do think Daniel Bryan's walking away as champion in this one, and I think it's just going to be the loudest WrestleMania crowd we've had in a long time.
And if he does, though,
yes,
does that make up for Royal Rumble?
Yes.
No, not in my eyes, because they should have been booking this from the Royal Rumble, not because.
That was the thing. The Royal Rumble was just... Oh, it was just a ridiculous... I mean, we sat there and went, that can't go to the end. And especially when 30 came out, it was Rey Mysterio, and I went, Ray?
Yeah, we were kind of hoping the countdown started again, and number 31 would hit. It's like, there's a 40-man Rumble!
Here we go again! Now, who hasn't won the biggest Rumble ever? Because there's a second one! Come on, lads!
Is that Daniel Bryan gets another turn?
My quick comment about number 30 in the Royal Rumble is if WWE was going to do that, instead of sending out Rey Mysterio, they should have just sent out Wade Barrett. He didn't even have to be in the actual Royal Rumble. Just send him out. That you play Daniel Bryan's music, and then it stops after about 5 seconds, and you just hear, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. On the stage. You want to talk about instant hatred for somebody and getting a heel over.
Well, that's how you do it. We fought for a brief moment during the Raw Chicago one.
Yeah.
When the CM Punk's music hit at the beginning of the show before Paulie came out, I sat there and went, all right, I'm weird, where are you?
Yeah.
Just weird coming out, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Yeah. But the funny thing was, what was even better with him, though, because at that show he did tweet saying, I'm at this arena, because I'd already did the fact that Paul Heyman saying CM Punk is in here. And went back and a tweet saying, I'm in such arena, I'm afraid I've got no, I would have told you some bad news, but I've got none to tell. It's like, you twat! You absolute evil twat! God, I love you, man. Right, so, if Daniel Bryan wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, will it be the loudest WrestleMania we've ever had?
I'll be up there. Other moments I can think of is Warrior winning at 6, Hogan's win at 3, just pure by volume and noise, people alone. WrestleMania 18, the Hogan Rock reaction.
Yeah.
Before they even laid a finger on each other.
Yeah.
Up there with, Austin at 17, his entrance.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's an amazing. I actually watched that again last night as well.
that was basically a home game for
Oh.
Austin.
Austin walked out. It's up there with that. Even JBL when he came out as Bradshaw with the APA, he got a huge pop in Texas.
You're saying that the Biz was a John Cena? Was it a loud match? Or...
Oh, it was a loud match, but for all the wrong reasons. There was a loud shouting. Atlanta turned around and went, "Fuck this! Where's the black guy? Where's Rock?"
Yeah. Here's the thing: The Rock. I hate The Rock, not because of the whole. He left
and came back.
It's like, you let Miz win? of all the things you've ever done wrong, including Doom, you let the Miz win?
I love how the worst movie The Rock's ever made in your minds isn't The Tooth Fairy or any of the shitty Disney films.
I haven't seen Tooth Fairy.
Is Doom.
You lucky man.
I've seen The Tooth Fairy. I didn't want to. My fucking little nephew put the bastard on.
That's why I don't have nephews.
He turned around and goes, "You like The Rock, don't you?" I went, "Yeah, I like The Rock." And he goes, "Great, we'll watch this." The fucking Tooth Fairy kid.
The closest thing I have to a nephew and niece is my friend who is pretty much my adopted sister. Her daughter. When her daughter says this to me, my response is, "I'm busy not giving a shit. Could you go away?" It's like, I'm 27. I don't need to deal with your shit, little bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
You're not mine, for starters.
Yeah, you're not. I do not care if, Peppa Pig is on the television. If I want to know why actual shit isn't on the television, as opposed to this crap. But no, we have to watch pigs whose faces are sideways. It's like, I don't care. I don't. So if you've watched The Tooth Fairy, that's a shame.
I watched The Rock in tights, who was a hockey player. That was alright. The hockey part was alright. That was believable. Then he became a fucking Tooth Fairy.
Because I saw the game plan.
That's actually not
and
too
I like
bad.
that. I like that.
That was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
But no, Doom is probably the worst one I've seen with him. But to be honest,
this even includes Southland Tales.
I actually like Southland Tales.
I've never seen that.
Where he sits there, there's nothing but twinkle his fucking fingers.
I thought he was a better actor with that.
Don't get me wrong. The acting is great. The fucking story is what's batshit crazy.
Yeah, but I could just about understand it though. With Doom, I'm just going. First of all, this is nothing like I remember Doom.
Hey, they had a first-person shooter part.
Yeah.
The Rock found a BFG. That's about as much as I remember from Doom. There's a BFG that stands for big fucking gun, and then there's a first-person shooter.
Put it this way, I saw Doom, I've seen the Marine, and I like the Marine more. So that's why.
And I'll do one better. I've seen the Marine 3.
Is that the one Miz? Or?
Yeah. I thought I might as well, since someone raised me in Marine 4, and I thought maybe the story carried on, but needless to say, I hurt myself for no reason.
Didn't they do movies with DiBiase and Ken Anderson?
Yeah, that was Marine 2, was DiBiase, and Ken Anderson was in British, Behind Enemy Lines, British Columbia or some shit.
Yeah,
I say British Columbia, I think it was actually just Columbia.
That was when he was Kennedy.
Yes, Kennedy.
My least favourite of the Kennedys. But yeah, just...
There's a bunch of jokes I could touch on there, but I'm just going to let that slide.
Yeah. But
I don't need any Kennedy hate.
No, but...
They're Irish Catholic and I'm a fucking English.
But this WrestleMania has been put together pretty fucking well.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I'm more excited about this WrestleMania than I probably was for last year's.
Well, that's not hard to believe. Last year we had to look forward to Mark Henry versus Ryback.
Yeah, that's true. But the last time I've been as excited for a match such as Daniel Bryan versus, but potentially with the WWE title, was CM Punk versus Chris Jericho at WrestleMania.
28.
Yeah, because I was more excited for that than I was for CM Punk versus Undertaker, because I was kind of wondering, for that I was asking, how's Undertaker going to win this one? Whereas with CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, I was going, what the fuck is going to happen? Yeah,
and that year's was the end of an era.
Yes.
As well as, the once in a lifetime. And then you had that. What was the world heavyweight title match in that situation? That was.
It was that. Well, it wasn't Edge's retirement, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that was the year before. That would have been. Oh, shit.
Was it who held the title at the time? Because your WWE champion was CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
So your world and
that was your 18 seconds.
Yeah, yes.
That was your 18 seconds. Yes. But then of course you had the big. For some reason, Kane and Randy Orton took 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because
that was a match that went on a little longer than anyone anticipated.
But Kane got the win, which I was
Yeah,
like,
he did.
what the fuck?
yes! To be fair, though, we had to do a super choke slam to win.
Great. Fuck him.
And then on top of that, you had Big Show win, finally get his WrestleMania moment.
Yes.
Against Cody Rhodes.
For the IC title.
Yeah. And then...
after he got his, face fucking caved in by fucking Cody Rhodes at the Elimination Chamber beforehand. Mind you, Cody Rhodes got his just desserts for that fucking attack to the groin.
Yeah.
That was baboosh!
To be fair, Cody won the title back a year later by an ingenious way of making a giant step on a table.
Yeah.
Technically, he broke the table due to Cody Rhodes, so he lost.
Hey, if Sheamus could become WWE champion that way, so can Cody Rhodes.
No, yeah, but there's a difference between stepping for a table and throwing a man who kind of just fell backwards into the table.
Well, the rules say for a table.
But considering one was John Cena and the other one is just Big Show's foot, there is not much difference.
Yeah, the weight's pretty accurate.
Yeah, we are talking about the Big Show. The clue is in the fucking name.
And of course, this year's WrestleMania is even longer than any other WrestleMania because it's a 7-hour broadcast.
Yeah.
You have 2-hour pre-show, 1 hour being on YouTube and everything like that. That's the first hour. And then the second hour is exclusively on the network.
Yeah.
Which is probably them hyping the network itself.
Works for me, I have it.
It's just an hour of Metal Cool going, and if you haven't got the network right now, go to your WWE app, you press this button here and get it. Now, in case you didn't hear that, what you gotta do is...
I just hope those kids in the Puff Daddy anti-bullying one finally got the app.
Yeah. It's like, there are children who still don't have the WWE network app. And it's like, honest to God, Cole, we fucking get it. Look, I have a phone. I will press the buttons. I has it.
What's the best thing about that is that that's a serious advert. I just turn around one day when they're crying. It's because they don't have the app.
Yeah. What's going to happen if every single person who could potentially have the app has the app? What the fuck's Michael Cole going to do?
There are new phones coming out every day.
Yeah. It's like, if you've got the app, just delete the app, then reinstall it. And like, even with the...
But that's how you show you that they'll then move on to showing you how to update the app.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though
Even
it's
automatic updates.
But what's worse is the fact that, well, not worse, but what's equally as redundant is when you go onto, like, the adverts, like, they have this pilot advert for the network. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, the Bella Twins will now show you how to install the app. Now, don't get me wrong. Any reason for the Bella Twins to be on the screen, I'm happy, unless it's, their death, But the fact is, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm
right.
But it's like, what is this? We're not thick. I don't know what you... Yeah, are you assuming that we think all this is real? Because if it was, we'd get the fucking shit confused out of us when, the likes of Kane's coming up to us and not barbecuing us to a crisp.
I've also met Kane, and he doesn't barbecue to a crisp. Even if you foolishly ask him to sign something that has his mask on and he's not wearing the mask at the time.
Yeah.
And you then ask him how his dentistry records looked.
Yeah.
And I go, fuck you, I'm stepping in front of you before you get that signed.
Well, it sounds like you're talking about somebody we used to know.
We used to know.
Yeah, so might have been on the show.
Once upon a time.
But isn't on the show anymore. Mm-hmm. Right.
I turned around and went, I'm not...
No idea who you're talking about there, Geek.
I'm not having you piss him off before I get my thing signed.
No. I never got to fire him. Anyway, so basically, there's like long-time listeners of the show having a giggle right now. But
long-time listeners?
Yeah, about 3. But
they're still coming on the show, even though we promised that this is season 3.
Yeah.
And this is episode 3.
Yeah.
And you're declaring it a special.
Yeah. Aren't I stink? On the plus side, I am purchasing new equipment.
Is that what we're waiting for?
Yes.
That's the reason we're...
If that gets me off the hook, then yes, that's what we're waiting for.
Nothing to do with the fact that we're both working now, so we found out that time actually runs out.
Yeah. But it was fantastic. It was fantastic, though, when I got a message from... It's actually the second time you messaged me. You say, dude, we're doing this wrestling show. I'm like, fuck, yeah, I do that, don't I?
Yeah, we do a wrestling show here.
The thing is, I've had people at work asking. I say, so what are you doing tonight? Oh, there's this guy coming on my show. He's a cool, awesome guy from LKM and all the jazz. It's like, oh, you have a show? It's like, oh, yeah, hashtag talk about a wrestling show. Oh, I'll start listening to that. I like wrestling. And I'm going,
I'm going to tell Geek we're doing it again.
Yeah. I'm more concerned, like people who I work with are going to be going, like, the next day going, so, you have interesting opinions.
Dude,
Oh, shit.
I tell lasses that I'm trying to chat up I have a wrestling show.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, I'll listen to that. And I go, sweet, you like wrestling? And they go, yeah. And then they'll go, shit, they'll listen to the show.
Yeah. Dory, if anything is suave and awesome comes out of my mouth, you said that you said it, and you said a bit different on the show.
It's not that. It's all the other stuff I say on the show. When I'm quote-unquote in character.
Yeah. But here's the thing about Dory. What I want to know is, what got you guys into wrestling, really? Like, what is it that...
I was sat down at a 2-year-old and told to watch the big men fight.
By your dad, I assume?
My granddad.
Oh, your granddad?
My granddad.
All right.
Never stopped watching afterwards, either. It was Undertaker beating up some jobber.
That narrows it down. It wasn't Kofi Kingston, was it?
No, I don't think it was... And I don't think it was Brawler, either. I think it was like a... I think it might have been Dwayne Gill, who later became Gilbert. That was legitimately how I got into wrestling.
What about you, Kim? What got you into the wrestling?
Well, my father, he grew up watching Bruno Sammartino, Bobby the Brain, Pedro Morales. He used to see Bruno Sammartino at the Madison Square Garden because we live very close to there.
Yeah.
And once he had children, my older brothers and sisters, they were watching it since they were born, basically. And I started watching it because they started to watch it because I'm wondering, why are they watching this so much? Let me find out. And then I realized who Stone Cold Steve Austin was, and, well, here I am.
Yeah. it's kind of... It's something you latch onto something, and don't you? Yeah. It holds you forever.
I remember the first Raw I watched was when I think it was Undertaker locked Stone Cold in the freezer or the locker room or something like that. Instantly, I'm like, he locked him in the freezer. I'm sold. This is good.
Yeah, for me, my first moment was that, because I was, I've told you the story, I was at my next door neighbours and he had put it on. And I was like, what is this? He said, oh, it's wrestling, you love it. And my first moment was trying to find out who this higher power was. But then when you've got, Austin on the screen, so we got Mr. McMahon on the screen going, reveal your face, damn it! And then he reveals the Herd in the ring, and it's me, Austin! It's me, Austin! It was me all along! And that was me hooked. That was
Son of a bitch.
And that's been my favourite. Vince McMahon is one of my favourite characters of all time, and he is jokingly my boss. So I absolutely love the McMahon character, and that for me was what really got me. What kept me in wrestling was, if to argue, because obviously there's all great superstars, but what kind of was the moment that I decided this is something I'm definitely sticking with, was when Shane McMahon appears on WCW and says, the contract is finalized and the name on the contract does read McMahon, but the contract reads Shane McMahon. I know. At that point, I was like, yeah, this is where I'm at. This is mine. And I loved the invasion angle.
Well, I like what anybody says. There's a good 2 years in between those angles.
Yeah, but that was the thing, because I was back and forth. But when I saw that, I was like, yeah, this is that's
the thing. Mine wasn't a brawl or a big moment. Obviously, I was a little kid so watching it. So my first exposure to it was like a Superstars repeat.
Yeah.
90s Superstars here and Vince was like, what up and over? Oh, unbelievable! And I'm going, this is how people talk?
Okay, who's the first diva that caught your eye?
Sunny.
All right, there was no hesitation.
Sunny, easily. I mean, I was too young to realize about Miss Elizabeth. I retrospectively think she's one of the most beautiful women that's ever been in the business.
Yeah.
But Sunny was the first one, then Sable, then I had a bit of a gap. Trish, then Lita, Maria, then all of them fell into the...
It fell into your bed?
I wish.
What about you? What was the first diva that you kind of caught your eye?
Caught your eye in what sense? Like, you noticed they were there, or you actually liked?
Yeah, you actually liked, I suppose, yeah.
Oh, actually liked, that wasn't until Lita and Trish started coming around, because the first divas I saw was Sable, Luna. I actually liked Luna, but I liked her because she could wrestle. But she wasn't exactly the looker. But then again, I was 7 years old. I'm 7 years old, and this is the Attitude Era. You know? A very interesting mix between the audiences there. But first people, Trish Stratus, when she started doing the Dudley Boy stuff, that's when I'm like, oh, goddamn. Yeah. This woman's hardcore. She could take anything. And then Lita came in around that time as well, and she could actually do stuff in the ring. So once that happened, and little did we know, we were seeing one of the best Divas divisions in a long while in WWE.
Yes.
While growing up.
Yeah.
Basically them.
I'll be honest, because I didn't really worry too much about the Divas wrestling because the company didn't care about it. So I was kind of like, oh, whatever. The first time I kind of went, whoa, was Stacey Keebler. That's when I was like, well, hello.
One of the good things that came out of the invasion angle.
Oh, yeah. No, one of the two good things that came out of...
Yeah, her right one and her left one.
Exactly. Who actually comes from Baltimore, which is the same place my fiancé comes from. No coincidence. There's all coincidence, of course. Nothing at all there. But yeah, I mean, Stacey Keebler's...
Good job she didn't listen to this show.
Oh, it's a good thing she hates wrestling. But yeah, she was at WCW, fucking bitch. But anyway, so, yeah, I mean, here's my question though. When people ask, what is it about wrestling that you like the most? What gets you into wrestling? What is it that keeps you watching? What is it for you?
It's the ultimate entertainment. You have action, you have drama, you have comedy, you have weekly updates on shows. You don't have to wait for 6 months after it. Often, our season, especially I saw this on Tumblr recently. Our season finale is Wrestlemania.
Yeah.
We have to wait in some cases as little as 24 hours, less than 24 hours, for the next season to begin. We don't wait 6 months. Sometimes, in the case of Sherlock over here in the UK, 2 years for 3 episodes. We wait the next day going, oh, that's going to be amazing, I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
The longest we ever wait for until the next episode is 7 days.
Yeah.
And that's if you don't watch SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's like 4 days at the most. I love the fact that you can get updates consistently. You can see everything consistently. There's comedy for people. It's the ultimate in variety.
Yeah.
Over here in the UK, there's a great history of variety.
And there's always episodes you haven't seen.
Exactly. Well,
hence the network.
Well,
there's always going to be something that you haven't seen yet or is new.
Like that's why I'm rewatching the MSGs and stuff like that. Like watching the old school stuff.
So about you, Kim, what is it for you that keeps you watching wrestling?
It's sort of like an evolution of myself, because when I was 7 and watching the Attitude Era, it was the unpredictability. Every single week, it was nothing but, what the hell is happening? Why is this happening? What's going to happen next? As I gotten older, I grew fond of actually watching and loving the people who could actually wrestle. I'm watching it because I actually want to see some good wrestlers, and I want to see it on the biggest stage that you could possibly see it. What sometimes compels me away from it is when I see these guys who aren't being used up correctly, I should say. Like, they can wrestle, but they're just not using them in a way that shows that they can wrestle. Like, if they lose, people on the internet say they get buried. That you don't know the definition of being buried. When a wrestler wrestles well and he loses, that's what I mostly enjoy watching. The storylines and everything like that, as long as it makes sense mostly, okay, I can go with it. But what compels me to watch the wrestling shows is the wrestling itself. And even though it's not always about the wrestling, which has its pros and cons, but even though it's not always about the wrestling, that's what keeps me compelling back. You give me people who can actually wrestle, who can go and have good 10-minute matches or longer, I will sit there and I will watch it. Period. That's, when you watch a wrestling show, it should be because of wrestling, and that's the reason why I like watching it today.
It's so nice to have a third person on the show who actually likes wrestling on a wrestling show.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Now, it's just like, we used to have a co-host on the show who was far about the storylines and hated
TNA
wrestling.
famously had a show where there was, I believe, about 7 minutes of in-ring action.
It was
maybe less than that.
6 minutes, 40 seconds.
There you go. He said that was the greatest wrestling episode of Ann Patty ever seen.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, because everything else is storyline.
Yeah.
But you don't need wrestling on a wrestling show. That's what pay-per-views are for.
Here's the irony. He was training to be a wrestler.
Oh, my Lord. Man, is he going to get a fucking gut check when he takes his first bump?
Oh, no. He took his bump. Let's just say, don't put an arm bar on him.
Yeah. Dolph Ziggler has nothing to worry about.
No. All right. Obviously, we're hitting like we're near the 130 mark. So, just a couple of hypothetical questions out there. Who would you love to see in the Hall of Fame, regardless of what company they've been in, whatever, even if it's a celebrity winning Hall of Fame? Apart from the obvious things like Owen Hart, because we know why Owen Hart can't get in there, and obviously the Macho Man Randy Savage, we know what the problem is there. His
there's three for me.
Okay.
I think how ravishing Rick Rude's not in the Hall of Fame, I would never know.
Oh yeah.
That's just this week. I only mentioned it a few months back on a Tumblr post. The man had everything, and just didn't understand how he wasn't in it. I'm lucky that two of mine are going in this year: Jake the Snake Roberts and Razor Ramon. I wouldn't mind seeing a full Click roundup. Just
Click.
Get Triple H, get Big Kev. Not sure about Kid, whether he should be in his members DX or not.
Well, if you can remember to turn up, that'd be nice.
Yeah, but you know, I think the others deserve it for at least what they've done to the business in the mid-90s. And finally, for me, was be a man who revolutionized wrestling in the 80s and the late 70s, and continued to readopt everything and brought rock and roll music to entrance themes.
Gee, I wonder who you're going to be
Fabulous
talking about
Freebirds in a tag team if you have to, but Michael PSA should be in the Hall of Fame list.
What about you, Ken? Who would you like to see in the Hall of Fame that isn't there yet? As opposed to, I don't include the likes of Owen Hart and Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, obviously Chris Benoit, because, you know, he had a great wrestling career. Terrible thing he did with his family, but you gotta separate his personal life from the wrestling. And
damn it, there's always one!
Because he had a great career.
There's always one fan!
Oh, come on, he killed at WrestleMania.
He fucking killed everywhere.
No.
I thought it was just in Canada he killed. Or was it Georgia?
No, it was Kevin Sullivan all along.
But you took my answer with the last guy, Michael PHAs. He deserves to get in, no matter what people think about what he's doing today, with the wrestling creative backstage, or with the booking, or whatever it is that he has become for the backstage now. He revolutionized the business. He did a hell of a lot way back then. He was. I shouldn't say he himself was the draw, but Fabulous Freebirds were the draw, along with Midnight Express. He helped, along with the Von Erichs. He made wrestling. He literally grew the fan base.
Yeah, go watch any Von Erich Freebirds and see the pure hatred that comes from the Freebirds side of it, and the pure hero worship that the Von Erichs get down in Dallas, in world class. It's just ridiculous.
And look at the fans. Holy Jesus, you want to talk about big, gigantic crowds just getting together and riling themselves up for a match.
Yeah.
The crowds were always insane. You don't see that much anymore. I mean,
whether it was in the Sportatorium, the world famous Sportatorium, or whether it was in Cowboy Stadium for the David Von Erich Memorial, the Parade of Champions. To see that many fans hate, and Fritz comes back up. It's just an unbelievable moment to see. But it all comes down to one thing. If it wasn't for such a good villain in the Freebirds, you wouldn't get the hero worship that you get.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, you don't see those types of crowds often enough anymore. I mean, sometimes WWE puts something together and you get something like the Shield versus the Wyatts, where everyone just stands up and goes, holy shit, this is going to be awesome. You don't see that.
Yeah, I mean, the build-up to them to that one match on Elimination Chamber, but the build-up when they were in Los Angeles, and there was one up. Yeah. Next one to get up. Who's going to jump first? Yeah. That was an amazing moment. You don't get that. I mean, before that, the closest I can think of to a pure reaction similar to the Freebirds versus the Von Erichs would have been Chicago with CM Punk versus Cena.
Oh, Lord, that type of crowd.
Them crowds, you just don't get anymore. I mean, it's great that you don't get them every week, because then you get a bit watered down, hence the Attitude Era. You got a bit watered down to the violence and everything. But to get it often enough where the Von Erichs were always, there was never one going, well, the Von Erichs would probably win this one. Or the Freebirds, I hate them, but I don't hate them as much as I did last week. But they kept it getting worse and kept it getting worse until the payoff came. It's
exactly.
It's a great thing, and I don't know how he's... I think it may be politics. Vince saying, I don't want him in this year. I mean, And he said it himself. I didn't go in Atlanta. It ain't never going to happen. I think it will happen soon.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I have 3 names that I want into the Hall of Fame. The first one for me, for Geek, obviously this is going to be obvious, Jack Tunney.
You're a huge Jack Tunney mark, and I don't understand why.
The president of the WWF.
But Jack Tunney was like a good 7 years before you got into it.
Jack Tunney is the shit, and he will not be disrespected.
It's like we watched Royal Rumble '92 for the first time ever, not too long ago.
Yeah,
I put it on. We watched it. Jack Tunney came out, and you marked out like
Jack Tunney is the man.
You marked out like it was Shawn Michaels suddenly appearing for life.
Fuck y'all, motherfuckers! Jack Tunney's got his business pants on. He gonna fucking kick your ass. When Jack Tunney tells you to do something, you fucking do it. The world lost a treasure in 2004.
I don't know how to explain this to the other people about how much you love Jack Tunney. I can only put an equivalent of this.
Yeah.
When the late great Gorilla Monsoon came out at WrestleMania 14 for the Brawl for All judging, and there was a huge reaction in, I believe it was Boston that night.
Right.
That's you alone. The whole crowd is you for Jack Tunney.
Because he was great. As the president of the WWF, he was great.
Yes, but
he got shit done, damn it.
But you didn't start watching it until a good 7 years after he left.
And yet I knew about him. That's how much of a man he is.
It's just you love order.
Yes, Jack Tunney is awesome.
You just love power and order. That's why you love Stephanie McMahon.
If Jack Tunney was in charge of that guy with glasses, their website would have been fucking updated by now.
Yes, I know. It's not a funny joke anymore.
But I tell you one thing, the other two, bringing it slightly more mundane, but let's not get too close. Dean Malenko and Lance Storm.
Ooh, Lance is a iffy one with me. I don't think Lance... I mean, Lance is a great worker and he did a lot, but I don't know if Lance is a Hall of Famer for me.
For me, he is.
Definitely a legend. For me, I don't know if he's
and I look at certain people in the Hall of Fame and I go, yeah, shut your faces.
Yeah, I know, Coco Beware. I don't know how the Birdman got in there. One of his best friends of Jerry Lawler.
Not quite as much the man as Jack Tunney, but a man nonetheless.
I don't know how some of them got in.
Not my fan, it's the Hall of Fame.
But it's just a weird one for the whole. I mean, I didn't expect Carlos Cabrera to get in before. Especially before Bruiser Brody.
Yeah, that's a good one. WWE, nice move.
Yeah, a man who just kind of ignored the fact that a wrestler died in the shower.
Yeah. Oh, it was an accident. Completely an accident.
He slipped and fell on a knife.
Yeah, well, that always happens.
It goes to me when I'm in the shower.
Right. Okay, and who? If you could take anyone out of the Hall of Fame, and just take one person just out, get the fuck out of my Hall of Fame, who would it be?
Oof. An interesting one. I haven't thought about that. That's interesting. Yeah.
I'm an evil prick when it comes to questions. That's why it's very interesting when I do on the sofa because people aren't expecting the questions.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people are very anxious about being on it.
I wasn't a big fan of the Horsemen going in as a Horseman. I always thought the Horsemen, if they were going to go in, should be done separately.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wouldn't take that out of it. I mean, they all had Hall of Fame careers. JJ, Tully, Arn. I mean, Arn was the one I really wanted to get a solo one. I mean, and Barry Windham would. Take anyone out of it? Probably Coco.
Coco Beware.
Coco was a jobber and didn't do anything backstage.
Right.
No, Coco to me will always be remembered as the tag team partner of Owen Hart in High Energy, who had a bird.
Yeah. What about yourself, Kip?
Well, off the top of my head, obviously Bruno Sammartino doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. What the fuck did he do for MSG and for wrestling? Okay, yeah, tired joke already. But
is it a tired joke, or are you just scared of the reaction that people might have? It's like, what did he say?
Suddenly people know where I live.
Yeah, you don't know what Nerd Rage is like. They haven't listened to it. I'm tired of the joke already. They just heard the fucking Chris Benoit one. They're already angry.
Even that, they're still recovering from it.
I went from the, okay, he's a decent guest, to, oh my god, you're gonna die now.
It's like, we're never listening to this show again. It's like, wow, that makes a big fucking difference.
Oh Lord, but seriously speaking, I actually have no idea.
I don't mind if
maybe Ultimate Warrior himself, if I really had to think hard about it, because yeah, he did great things for the business, but what he also did outside of the bit, I mean, the Hall of Fame shouldn't just be about what you did, inside of WWE, because if that's the case, if that was a case of if it's just about what you did with the WWE or with the companies associated with WWE now in terms of buying up the libraries, Chris Benoit would have been in already. But we all know why he's not going to get in. It's what he did outside of it as well.
Well, I can tell you who the forefront in my mind is, and I've always thought this since they were announced to be with the Hall of Fame years ago. Sunny. I know why people say she should be in, but the first thing I think of is like, all right, when's Stacey Keibler going in?
When making my decision, I try to avoid the celebrity ring and divas, because I don't want to say that's too easy. Like, just ban the entire celebrity ring of the Hall of Fame.
Well, it's one of the things I respect.
I had my way, but
it's one of the things I respect Drew Carey for, because Drew Carey, who's had a couple of appearances doing the radio jazz, he's inducted and he's being interviewed for a third party. He wasn't doing it, and he just said, "Honest to God, I don't know why I'm being inducted. I mean, obviously, I'm honoured to. That's not the kind of thing you turn down, but." There's probably far more honourable people than me should go in there, but obviously they invite me, and I said yes, because who wouldn't?
Yeah.
DDP put it best in his R-shoot when he was talking about people who was bitching more that David Arquette was given the title. And he says, can you imagine if Vince comes to you and says, we're going to give you the title, don't tell you won't be sitting there while you're off going, oh yeah, sure, that sounds like a great idea. You know what I mean? It's like, if you're visiting WWE, if Vince McMahon comes to you, it says, we're going to put the title on you. You don't say no.
I'm not feeling it that night. I didn't stretch enough. I stretched only 10 minutes as opposed to my 30 minutes. I
just had a salad.
You know what I mean? I don't want to work the big match.
Yeah, I haven't cleaned it with Jack Tunney.
It's all right. I'll drop to Zack Ryder tonight. It's okay.
Yeah. That would be
Zack's
fantastic.
sitting there going, someone's going to job? GTG.
I would love to do that, just to say, as long as I can jump the title to Zack Ryder to my night in Raw. Yeah, sure. Then it comes to the match, Zack Ryder's get really anxious, and then I simply put some knuckle dusters on, punch him square in the head, knock him out, then pin him. And I just go, dude, you're supposed to just sell it.
Like, dude, that was a 2 count, what are you doing?
It's like watch him have a complete meltdown. It's like,
I hate the WWE shop as well. I was just briefly on having a look on the internet while we were.
I told you not to go on that website.
But WWE shop's just fucking thrown on a picture from the WrestleMania Superstar.
Yeah.
They have WWE Monopoly.
WWE Monopoly.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
How much is parts unknown?
At the WrestleMania Superstore.
I actually want the WWE Monopoly, but that's because I love Monopoly.
Yeah, I love Monopoly and I love WWE and I collect Monopolies.
I just imagine one of the chance cards. It's like...
Yes. Do not collect 200.
You are Sid Vicious. You can buy wherever the hell you want.
You're Sid Vicious. You have half the brain of someone.
You have twice the money of everybody else, but half the brain as they do. Okay.
Take 50 from each player.
Yeah. Then give 100 back.
You're Sid Vicious. Can we do it? Can we do it again? We're live, pal.
Or just pick another one. You're Chris Benoit. Go straight to jail.
And then never come out.
You're banned from the game. Kill all the other players.
You're Scott Steiner. You're not allowed to talk the rest of the game.
He's fat.
Try doing maths. How many percent? To the 100.
Yeah. You are Zack Ryder. You lose.
Oh shit! You're JTG. Keep getting money and don't lose.
It's like you are John Cena.
I win.
Yeah.
Just give me the entire bank right there.
Yeah. You are Stacey Keibler. Can I have your number? What?
Vince? I don't think this one was supposed to be in the game.
No, because No, if it's just a bad, just don't be surprised. There's sort of massive shit in the box somewhere.
Well, no doubt you're probably one of the girls was supposed to look like Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
But actually, it is just a pile of shit.
Yeah.
It's just got paint on it, so it looks cool.
You can tell the Chad's cover that one because it won't say I'm the Ultimate Warrior. It'll just say the rocket fuel is filled with the curtains of hope and the frosties of despair cover my cellage of misery.
And
Okay.
In brackets underneath the honk, it'll just say fucking collect $200.
It's like this.
That's what it's meant all along.
Like this
it wasn't just a noise you made at the end of a thing. It was, and then you just have a car that will start shaking and it's just Hogan going.
It's like you're Jeff Jarrett. Pay $500 for guitar repair. Okay.
You're Jeff Jarrett. You've sold all your hotels to a redhead.
It's like a community chest. You now owe TNA. Pay $100 to each player. What the fuck? But anyway.
Community chest. Yeah. Hi, Trish.
Wow.
Fair enough.
I got nothing.
Right, Chads. What? Pick up another card. What? Pick up another card. What?
Pick up another card. That's supposed to be humorous?
Yes. One of the railway stations has to be a Ho train. Right on the Ho train!
All the railroads are just Ho trains. There's no four separate ones. It's just each one a Ho train.
Or one of them's Papa Shango, one of them's Carmen Mustafa, one of them's The Godfather, and one of them's Charles White.
Yeah.
Occasionally, if you want to flip the game over, you can have The Godfather and The Good Father. Depends on you. There's not a tax; it's censorship. Stevie Richards is sitting there going, "Do I get royalties now?" No.
But it's just it's got instead of like hotels and stuff, it could be championships. Like houses could be intercontinentals, and then like the hotels of the WWE. And money could just be real because it's Vince McMahon.
Listen, Linda's not playing, okay? He's not just going to throw away money.
Yeah.
Be like running for Senate. We're going to Senate twice.
Yeah. Oh God! Also, Royal Community Chest. If you are gay, give everyone $500. If not, pat yourself on the back and well done. That's just not PC, sir.
Yeah, they just throw a picture up on fucking Instagram. I was crying.
Well, there's the little countess you could have. Like Daniel Bryan could be a little goat. Triple H could be a shovel.
He actually got asked this last night on Twitter.
Yeah.
He was doing a Star for Kids Ask Me stuff on the way there.
Yeah.
And he asked, "Where do you keep your shovel?" And he says, "Underneath my bed next to my bag of gold."
Yeah.
I also like the fact that when he was once asked, what sort of smartphone do you have? He goes, "I don't think these smartphones really like me." The man's just a fucking troll. Jericho may have invented it.
Yeah.
He's perfected it.
Yeah. When it comes to running a company, no one runs a company like Jack Tunney.
Oh, God. Always the Jack Tunney. I don't know why.
Well, look, he does a better
I'm not going to show you the event where... I'm not going to show you the episode of Raw when he gives power to Gorilla. Because you'll cry.
I'll be there playing the violin going, "It was a great run, Jack.
We never knew you."
Get up there. Okay, you haven't got a beard, but you're still a great Jack. But yes. Oh, my God, wrestling. But we're all excited for WrestleMania 30,
Yeah,
right?
I'm very hyped.
Are we all watching it live?
I am.
Yes.
I watch it. We're all watching it live. Excellent.
See, usually it's an interesting question when we ask that. But considering one of the hosts today is American,
yes,
kind of implied that I would assume he'd be watching it live. He doesn't have to get up at 12 to watch it this time.
Yeah, because that's by the time it's finished, I'll be going to bed like 4 o'clock in the morning.
To get up for 7.
Yeah. So
whereas I'll be watching
my
the
first
post show.
official shift at work. So it's doing fantastic.
Whereas I'll watch the post show, see you come down and go, "I'm having a cup of tea."
Yeah. I don't care who's in the house. I'm like, I'm going to bed. Night, everybody. Because I know I'm
Then I'll wake you up just in time for Raw, so you can watch the biggest show of the year, the Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah, which is like, it's the B side of WrestleMania, basically.
Yeah. B-sides, now you're showing your age.
Oh, fuck you. I'm an old man.
Like,
Jack Tunney is one of my biggest, I
believe you call it a free download now.
What's the sample tray? It's the demo.
It's the extra downloads. No, that's relationships. We get the demos and free to play and trial periods.
So you get demos in relationships? Why was I not informed of this?
I got a demo in a couple of relationships.
I could have saved me a lot of fucking hassle by last year relationships.
Not really. You should have seen the fucking download time. I never had a fucking download. It'll take 6 months to fucking do.
No, my major problem with my first last is just no. I can't even go into how fucking awful that was.
Got the free time.
One thing though, I'll say this: my first two partners loved wrestling. This one doesn't. This one couldn't give a shit. On the plus side, no talking during wrestling, which is fantastic.
And this one won't fancy Bret Hart.
Yes, like right, or Chris Jericho, or Shane McMahon, or anybody else for that matter.
The only one that my ex actually liked was Sheamus, and that was because he looked funny. Which made me think a lot about myself, and then I realised I don't look anything like him.
No.
He's white and ginger and Irish.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but in fairness, you're only white as a formality.
Apparently so. Apparently I'm black on the outside, but don't know it.
Yeah.
No one's told my pigmentation yet.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, but that's his thing. It's just everyone would be just calls you black, but it's like, yeah, but you're white on the outside.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happens, but it just does.
I basically look like Jack. And that's weird, because I look like Jack off fucking Rooster Teeth, but everybody says I'm black, and no one calls him black.
Yeah, but his beard's better than yours.
Fuck you. It's getting there.
Yeah, we'll see. But WrestleMania is upon us. We're all looking forward to seeing it.
Try and wrap the show up again.
Yeah, I will. I'll try, damn it. So don't let me get Jack Tunney in here.
Oh, here we go.
Right. But anyway, so WrestleMania, we're probably going to be tweeting about it or touting about it. I still tout.
Do you?
Yeah,
you still tout?
I found my tout account yesterday.
What?
Yeah, I found my tout account.
The only people who tout are Santino Morella and Darren Young.
Here's the funny thing. The last thing I touted was WrestleMania.
I know. I was there with you. I touted that.
So I found my tout account. But, going to be Tumblring about it, tweeting about
Possibly
it.
Instagramming it for me. That's about as far as I'll get.
Yeah, Instagram, that'll probably go on for another, yeah.
Yeah, because Facebook haven't bought that completely yet.
Yeah, I don't think we do LinkedIn yet for wrestling. But, although Lord Cat, by mistake, because I found Lord Cat on LinkedIn, I sent him a request, and I didn't mean to, because the guy barely knows me. And he asked me on LinkedIn. So I was like, yes, awesome. And he likes the fact I got a new job. So I was like, smash it.
I'm supposed to do that. He keeps sending me emails, but I said, fuck it, I said hello to him instead.
Yeah, fucking LinkedIn. But yes, so once again, a big thank you to our guest, K9872245. Really, dude, you got to come up with a shorter name, man.
If you just say Kane numbers, it's fine at this point.
Kane numbers. So we have Corporate Kane, the Big Red Machine, the Big Red Monster,
Big
and now Kane. Now we have Kane numbers.
So like a drinker. That could be a drink over here.
So Kane the accountant, yeah, basically the forgotten, the little sibling of destruction there. Yeah. And of course, Geek King, the regular co-host of the show, who made it for the show, and of course myself. Actually, I don't need thanks.
Sure, I was already in your house.
You were. You were actually probably in my house before I was.
I was in your house about 2:30.
Yeah, and I was at work. Yeah. Stupid me.
I forgot you were at work.
Yeah.
I was at the bus.
To be honest with you, halfway through today, I forgot I was at work. But anyway, that is all for this particular episode. WrestleMania, Sunday night. Going to be fantastic. Don't forget to tweet about it if you're on Twitter, Tumblr, whatever. You can find Geek King at G33K_KNG. That is G3 K_KNG.
On Twitter, there's no underscore and everything else.
Yeah. And obviously on Twitter for me, it's Steve Jones 213. That's Steve Jones 3 Same on Tumblr. And Kane, you have Twitters, don't you?
Yes. And it's Kane, as in the wrestler Kane, 987-245. Easy as that.
So far,
wait, hold on. I need to specify this. If you see a picture of a cow pig, that is me. Your eyes have not deceived you.
I thought it was.
Yes.
Well, that is going to be it for this episode of hashtag Total Markout WrestleMania special. I am excited to watch WrestleMania, but now I've got to go to get ready for a party.
Which you're not excited for.
No, because I don't drink anymore.
And there's human interaction.
And
I'm not there.
Yeah, but you people aren't human. You're
Apparently, I'm half Asgardian in your world or something.
Well, he's an internet thing, and you're a geek. So you are Geek King. He's internet person. So it's all fine. I'm fine with you people. But yes, last question before I hit the turn off button. What match are you most excited for WrestleMania, Geek?
Cena Bray.
Kane?
Lesnar, Undertaker.
Okay, and for me, Daniel Bryan, Triple H. So that's going to be all from Kane, C13, and Geek King. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will catch you next time on #Total Markout.
Marks out.